Boy, oh boy, what a wild night we have here at the Jungle. The crowd is going nuts. The spotlights are on the ice. The Gulls have now entered the arena, and the crowd's on its feet yelling. We're at Turner Cup Finals here.
And you know what, Tim? We don't see any empty spots over there in the corners like we did before.
That's right, folks. We're here. This is it. It's crunch time. It's the Turner Cup Finals. And the Komets in a good position to win their first cup in 20 years. Here's the starting lineups. And first off, for the San Diego Gulls, in goal will be Clint Malarchuk. As the lights start to come up at the Jungle. Of course, starting in goal, number 20, Pokey Reddick, who has something like a 1.65 goals against average. Incredible.
That's right, Tim. Now that Joseph is with the Blues, is out of the contention. He's got the best record in professional hockey.
Grant Richison starting a defense. And Bob Wilkie, who suffered a concussion out in San Diego, back ready for action. And Ian Boyce. Peter Hankinson, former San Diego Gull, who came back with Jean-Marc Richard along with the trade of Max Middendorf. And Lee Davidson at the other forward. Mr. Tom Didier, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent job, Tom. Look forward to seeing him at the year-end party, along with his brother and all that fine meat they bring in here.
There you go.
As the lights begin to brighten up a little bit, we'll be ready for IHL Turner Cup final action. Game 3, the Gulls and the Komets. Randy, it's been a while since we've seen San Diego in here, and the last time we saw them in here, they were very, very dominating, but the Komets different than what they were the last time San Diego came in.
Wasn't that last time that they were here that when Scotty Gruhl scored his big goal?
Yep.
All that fresh ice down there, too. You can see some of the streaks in there.
Yeah, I guess you can get the paper down right underneath the ice. They used to use a chemical underneath that, then State Board of Health or OSHA said they couldn't do that anymore, so now they use paper under there, which I was not aware of. Okay, we are set to go. Face-off, Game 3. And it's going to be Ken Hodge and Lee Davidson. Mr. Angus, the referee tonight. And Mark Wilkins sitting right down here in front of us tonight. We'll ask him if there's any bad calls, huh?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to answer those either.
Yeah. And the puck is put back down into the Fort Wayne zone. Reddick will leave it for Bob Wilkie. Wilkie in his own zone puts it up to Davidson, over to Hankinson. Hankinson out to center ice, up to Boyce. He fires it down into the San Diego zone. And DeGray in front of his own net, up right wing side. He goes all the way back down to the Fort Wayne zone where Reddick will have to touch it. He fires it on up along the boards and back around behind the net. Wilkie, look out, right in front, score, and San Diego gets a fluke right off the bat. 1-0 San Diego.
I'm sorry to see that, Tim, but unlike days gone by, it doesn't upset me anymore when the opponent gets the jump on the Komets. What would upset me is they changed their style and didn't come back. They will.
Ken Hodge gets the goal. Unassisted goal. And that came at 33 seconds of the game. Komets behind for the first time in this series. Only, I believe, for the, second time in the whole playoffs. And we'll see how the Komets react. It was not a thing of beauty, I can guarantee you that. And it goes all the way to the Fort Wayne zone. Icing is called against San Diego. We'll take it right back down to the Gulls zone for a face-off. 1-0 San Diego at 33 seconds of the first period.
Well, the way Pogge's been playing, you hope that doesn't have any effect on him. And I think being the professional he is, it's not going to have any effect. And he's going to continue to play the outstanding job he's been doing for the last few weeks, month, 2 months.
Well, 1-0 San Diego. And the press box looks like a can of sardines up there, Randy. You couldn't get another person in there if you had to.
I know I can't get up there and get a sandwich, that's for sure.
You'd be doing good to get up there, let alone get that sandwich, huh? The Garnos have to send a couple of trucks over tonight. Okay, the face-off will be to the right of Clint Malarchuk. Dave Smith and Ken Hodge ready for the draw. Face-off will be taken by Ferner from San Diego. He's hit by Gruhl, knocked to the ice.
Big
and another
time.
Icing call waved off as Floyd touched the puck. Jean-Marc Richard up the ice. Savage still in the Fort Wayne zone, fed out to center ice. And fire back in on the defense, and a whiff shot by San Diego. Reddick will knock it down, and we're going to have a penalty call right now. Gruhl mixing up with somebody down there. So a high stick call is going to be made. And it's going to be against San Diego and the Komets. Double it up, even it up. 2 minutes high sticking to Gruhl. And we'll have to see who goes to the box for San Diego. Anybody? Nope. It's a Komet penalty. It's going to be San Diego power play time. Scott Gruhl gets 2 minutes high sticking, and San Diego, great opportunity for these guys to get a couple goals here early in the game. John Anderson, number 10 on the ice for the Komets. Hubie McDonough will take the face off against Peter Hankinson. Komets on the short end of the stick here by the penalty call rough. Cross point pass along the far boards. Off to the side of the net, behind the net, look out, right off the side of the net, right in front. San Diego couldn't put it in. They had a good chance there, Randy. Maintaining control. Reddick's without his stick. Reddick has lost his goal stick. Right over to the other side, Reddick makes the save and hangs on. Whoa, boy, oh boy. Reddick lost his goal stick, and one of the defensemen gave him his...
Bob Wilkie did a real smart thing, too. He's got to get something in his hands to be able to deflect that puck.
That sure looks like a toothpick compared to that big goal stick, though.
Sure does.
And it feels that way, too.
You don't want to take time either, Tim, to go over that 5 or 10 feet away and pick that big hunk of lumber up, because about the time you do, you've lost your position. The man you're trying to shadow or guard over there is going to be open.
Okay, here's the situation. We have 18-13 left, first period of play. San Diego gets on the board first on a unassisted goal by Ken Hodge. And it was not really a work of art, but it counts, folks.
Big discussion there with Lamoureux and Ruff. DeGray. DeGray played in Italy last year. Of course, Lamoureux, everybody's familiar with him, playing in the eye with Kalamazoo.
Face off to the left of Toki Reddick. Davidson and Lamoureux. And it's cleared out of the ice down to the San Diego end of the rink. 1:28 left in the penalty to Scott Gruhl. Here comes Lamoureux. He fires it into the Fort Wayne zone, goes all the way around. Jean-Marc Richard, he throws it up in the air, can't clear it. But now we're going to have... oh, brother, we got a San Diego player down on the ice, and I hope we don't have a high stick major called here. He's got it on the face, says Angus, the referee, as the trainer comes out for San Diego. Larry Roberts is the trainer for San Diego. And there's some blood there. I was not looking to see whether the referee had made a call or not.
Yeah, it might have been. I wasn't even looking. I was looking down at Lindy Ruff's stats. That's Jimmy McDonough.
Well, you don't want him in your car now. You get some bloody seats there, Randy.
Not at all.
So McDonough will go to the dressing room for repairs.
Well, you know, he wasn't sitting on his face. He was sitting on his butt.
And we're going to have any penalty calls here. It doesn't appear to be any penalty call on the play.
Kind of happened in the boards, Tim. I got head first into the corner of the boards.
Komets have 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the penalty to Scott Gruhl for high sticking. San Diego leads early, 1-0 on an unassisted goal by Ken Hodge. Is that Ken Hodge's son, Ken Hodge?
That's right.
Ken Hodge Sr., one of the big, long-time Boston Bruins. Losing the stick was Hankinson. He gets it back, and here comes San Diego. Over to the slot area, shot wide of the Fort Wayne net. Ruff will take a shot. It goes off the glass. And intercepted by the Komets' Hankinson. He feeds it out. Boyce. There goes Boyce. And it's fed back out to Ken Hodge. Here he comes to the Fort Wayne line. Hodge looks around for some help. Tries to get through. Richison muscles him off. Feeds it back. Nobody there but Boyce. And Boyce throws it down the length of the rink. 32 seconds left on the power play to San Diego. It's 1-0 San Diego in behind his own net. McSween fires it into the Fort Wayne zone. Behind the net, Hodge waits for it. Lambert out front, being checked by Wilkie, intercepted by Davidson, and Davidson hauled down and called. They got a call here.
Yeah.
And that was a high stick right up around his chin.
Yeah. He's checking for molar movement, I believe.
So what that will do is even the teams out at 4 aside for 9 seconds, and the Komets will have 1:51 of power play time.
Lee Davidson feeling the inside of his mouth, but there might have been some molar movement.
McSween gets 2 minutes high sticking. Excuse me, the face-off, fortunately, is in the San Diego zone.
Lee Davidson, Tim, really wasn't in a threatening position at that time. Of course, he could have got there as quick as a skater as he is. But that was a rather foolish penalty, I think, by San Diego.
Well, they took a lot of them in game 1. And Dudley was complaining about the officiating, and maybe he should have told his players that they shouldn't be taking stupid penalties and they wouldn't get called.
That's right.
But hey, that's hockey talk, folks. Part of the game. Scott Arniel bottled up, and we're going to have an offside
I don't understand
call.
that, Tim. They brought the puck into the zone, and they called it offsides. San Diego brought the puck into the zone. I think that's...
And Scott's asking the linesman about that. What's the deal? So the face-off will be just outside the San Diego blue line. Komets are now on the power play for 1:47 into Sylvain Courterier. San Diego sends it all the way down to the Fort Wayne zone. And back for Jean-Marc Richard. Jean-Marc with the puck. Lead pass up the center ice. Sylvain Courterier just played off the defense and fired back down into the Fort Wayne zone.
That play was just about worked.
Here comes Jean-Marc. Fed up. Courtier just missed Gruhl with the lead pass. Intercepted by San Diego and dumped right back down into the Fort Wayne zone again. 1:10 left, Komet power play time. Bob Wilkie behind his own net. Wilkie brings it up. Clears the zone, leads up to Courterier. Here comes Sylvain. Right through over to Gruhl. He'll drop it back to the point. Wilkie back over to Gruhl along the boards. And over to Savage, back out to Jean-Marc. He winds up, shoots, and the save made. Rebound loose. Gruhl with a puck, and it's going to be picked up and shot just wide of the net. Savage with a puck. Joe looks around. He puts it in front. Oh, and just about tipping it in was Gruhl. Hold your cool, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Good Good chance for the Komets there. Good
Real
play.
good. Crowd appreciates that too, Tim.
39 seconds left, Komet power play time. The face-off will be to the right of Clint Malarchuk. 1-0 San Diego in the lead. To get a good look at the Komet bench. And taking the draw for the Fort Wayne Komets will be Dave Smith. There's Igor. Igor's on the ice now. Richison, Kelly Hurd, Dave Smith, and Paul Willett. And we have a false start. Full house tonight, standing room only.
Well, they are standing too this time.
Yes. And the face-off thrown into the San Diego corner, wheeled around the boards by Lindy Ruff, goes all the way back down to the Fort Wayne zone, and Grant Richison will have to hurry back and get it. Pressing him on the play is Smale, Doug Smale. Kelly Hurd with the puck for the Komets. Kelly Hurd to Paul Willett. Willett at the line. Stick. All right, goes through there. Smith will go into the corner. Feeds it around behind the net to Willett. Willett back over to Chibriev. Chibriev along the boards. Chibriev over to Kelly Hurd. Kelly Hurd takes a look, shoots a wrist shot in, rebound, goes over to the side to Willett. Komets are getting the chances, Randy. That's promising. Okay, both sides equal strength. Power play time is over. Grant Richison, lead pass up the ice to Lucyk. Intercepted by Lamoureux. Here goes San Diego. McSweeney in, shoots, and is high up at the lower 17.
If they're all right up there, it looks like it might have gone off Pokey's shoulder.
Now what do we got going here? Penalty call, San Diego.
I missed that. I was looking for injuries up in the stands.
Yeah, so was I. A rough. Well, San Diego, I got to tell you, Randy, I don't believe they are putting out. McSweeney goes in.
And look who it is.
I'm sorry.
Tony McKagney,
a guy who has been around the NHL long enough to know that you shouldn't do that.
One of the first black hockey players to really make a big impression in the National Hockey League.
McKagney with the rough penalty. Komets right back on the power play, and they had some good chances on that first power play.
That's going to be real critical. Keep Scotty, keep him focused out there. Couturier's been a real big contributor since he's been here.
Yeah, he sure has filled in.
And what's nice,
well.
Tim, as we said before, the scoring has been spread out. You're doing, what, 15 players on the team, I believe?
Yeah.
So that's got to be a big plus for the Komets.
And you just know Colin Chin and Bobby J are just wanting to be out there so bad.
Well, that's without a doubt there. There's a good play there, too. Gets the guys a chance to regroup here.
14:20 left. First period, Komets on the power play. Fed right back into the Komet zone. Had a little trouble getting out of their zone. They'll set it up again. Wilkie behind the net. Lead pass intercepted. We got to get it out of there. Here comes Wilkie. Into the zone he goes, and it's fed through. And Hodge feeds it around the boards, and waiting for it there, DeGray. DeGray throws it right back down to the Fort Wayne zone. Komets have 1:22 left on the power play. Scott Gruhl leaves it for Dupuis. Guy Dupuis filling in for the injured Bob J. and doing a fine job. Over to Couturier. Along the boards, fought for in behind the net. Savage and Ruff go after it. Couturier back out to the point to Wilkie. Wilkie winds up off the skate of the defense. Back out to the point, over to Dupuis. Dupuis winds up, shoots. Deflection, and right there, a loose puck, and down on top of it is Malarchuk. So the Komets have 53 seconds of power play time left. 13:25 left period. 1-0 Gulls.
Well, that play had a rough time coming out of the zone twice with Bob Wilkie losing it. The first time had regrouped, and then kind of bumbled up a little bit there too. Probably a little nervous, a little anxious, you know, and probably where the play really got goofed up. They're gonna come back.
I certainly hope so. Dave Smith in to take the draw. Against Ken Hodge, more than likely. Yep, Kenny Hodge. Face-off taken by the San Diego Gulls. Lindy Ruff feeds it around the boards. Richison keeps it in. Into the corner, fought for there. It's going to come out to the point. Richison back in the corner to Willett. Willett around behind the net. Hodge, he's checked. Ruff will take a check from Igor. Fought for in the corner. Willett. Igor comes up with the puck. We got 28 seconds left on the power play. Nice little return pass to Willett. Back out to Kelly Hurd. Hurd shoots it. It's wide. Rebound. Comes up to the side of the net along the boards, and Ken Hodge will get it for the Gulls. Here comes San Diego. Scott Arniel into the Fort Wayne zone, taking off the puck and getting it to Kelly Hurd. 11 seconds left on the power play time. Chance to get down there and get a shot on net. Here goes Hurd through, and it's going to be kept in by Chibriev, but the Gulls get it and put it right back down. Penalty has expired. Both sides equal strength. Richison with the puck to Davidson. Davidson dumps it out to center, picked up by Ferner, and it's going to be offsides at the Fort Wayne line. .21 left, period one. 1-0 to score in favor of San Diego. John Anderson, yeah. Anytime he's on the ice.
Well, it was real nice. He's the first guy to greet me at the airport. Not that they needed to, but I talked to John a couple years ago, and he was here a number of times, and a real nice fellow. Unfortunately, has to play for the enemy.
Yeah, who can forget what he did against Peoria that night with that serious leg injury? He came off the bench and gets the hat trick. That was 2 years ago in the Turner Cup Finals. And that goes up to Boyce. Boyce is tripped up, no call made. Hankerson takes a slash, goes back to the San Diego line, and McDonald meets his man there. Lucyk plays it off the boards. Ferner back on the Fort Wayne defense. Lucyk flags it out. Here comes Hankerson. That was offside. Davidson in just a stride ahead of the puck.
That was a good time to get an offside call, because I think San Diego picked that one up and turned right around.
1-0 is the score on Ken Hodges' somewhat ugly goal at 33 seconds of the first period. Fort Wayne yet to get on the board. They have come back and taken the lead in shots on goal, 4-3.
A few opportunities, Tim, there, but not really putting a lot of pressure on Malarchuk. Yeah, a lot of traffic in front of him, I think, was really helping more than any goaltending talent.
Face-off taken by Dupuis. Fires it into the Gulls zone, goes all the way around the boards. Wilkie meets up with it. The San Diego player, nice keep in by Gruhl. He winds up and shoots one. The rebound dropped off. And it comes out to Dupuis. Feeds one into the side and just missing it. Oh, rebounds. Another backhander just wide of the net. Two good chances for the Fort Wayne Komets. Savage keeps fighting for the puck, and the Komets are putting the pressure on.
Real good opportunity there.
Here comes Gord Cernich. Back down into the Fort Wayne zone it goes. 11 minutes, 10 seconds left. First period, 1-0 San Diego. In behind the Fort Wayne net. Who's got it? San Diego. Nobody there to help out. And Couturier dumps it back out to center ice.
Scotty Gruhl out there playing a lot of defense, Tim.
Here comes Ruff. And offsides at the Fort Wayne line, Lindy Ruff.
Lindy Ruff, 10 years with the Buffalo Sabres. Gosh, you can't hold that back. And he played 3 years with New York. Well, 2.5, I guess. Played in 691 NHL games. Scored 300 points.
Not too shabby.
Not at all. 6'2", 201 pounds.
So the face-off just outside the Fort Wayne line. 1-0 San Diego. 10:53 left, first period to play. Ruff fires it down into the Fort Wayne zone, waiting for it. Richard can't clear it. Lambert tries to get it across, and it's picked up by Willett. Willett, here it goes Chibriev. Here goes Igor in. Oh, it's poke checked off his stick. He's still got the puck, though. Behind the net, fed out in front.
Oh, we got an injury.
We got an injury. So Willett is down. Paul Willett down.
Paul sick and gloves both gone, so he's feeling some pain there.
Boy, did Igor sure put on the burners there and
sure did
go around behind the net. Willett at that time was down along the far boards, and
I think the referee right now, Tim, is conferring with the linesman.
he is.
Say, hey, what? I didn't see that. Did I miss something?
Well, the Komets didn't have a penalty call on them when the same thing happened down in their zone. We'll have to see if the same thing holds true here. And the referee talking to
you saw Doug
Lucyk.
Smale over there, number 26. Played a lot of years. Played North Dakota first off. Played college hockey in North Dakota. And played in Winnipeg for, geez, I think about 10 years.
So Paul Willett is up and looks to be okay. Back to the dressing room, and Joe Franke will tend to Paul Willett.
Fans wanting a penalty there. There's a little bit of blood.
Okay, now that evens it out. No call against the Komets earlier when that happened, and now no call against San Diego, so everything is even. Steven, next time it happens, I bet we get a call.
I would just guesstimate, Tim. He probably won't. He might miss one shift, I would say.
Komets come out. Lucyk, Richard, Smith, Hurd, Chibriev, Fernay, Arniel, Lamoureux, McSween, and somebody else. As we wait the puck to be dropped, it goes down. Hey, breaking in as Dave Smith takes a shot, and a blocker save made by Malarchuk.
How unusual, get your own face-off, Tim, like that.
Yes.
And get the shot, get a shot taken off.
The basketball player getting his own jump ball and going in for a slam dunk, huh? Chibriev tries to tip it out of the zone, can't get it down. Komets on his knees, or got a man in front, right there in front, and he missed it. They got a man over this side of the net. Look out. Boy, they're putting the traffic in front of Pokey tonight, which is what they said they were going to do. Shank with the puck. He puts it out the slot. A shot. Doesn't get through to Pokey. And right there, oh, geez. It's too bad that Kelly couldn't get that on the stick, but the Komets will make a change. Here it comes up to Ferner. He fires it into the corner. Grant Richison will take it off the boards. Intercepted. And out of the zone. Yes, over to Hankinson along the boards. Hankinson takes the check.
Oh, yeah. Nice follow through.
Cernich checked off Boyce. And now they're holding Hankinson.
You've got to call that, Tim, for crying out loud.
McDonald will take a shot. He takes a shot and holding on Malarchuk.
Unbelievable, Tim. Peter Hankinson's got a reason to be upset down there right in front of Angus. Guy was putting the old waffle squeeze right on the old stick and couldn't get the blade out. Peter looking at it and said, come on, ref, call it for crying out loud. It's something similar to that.
Well, Mark Wilkins, was that a holding the stick call or what? He says, hey, get off my back. This is my night off.
Yeah, I feel Mark's done a fine job this year.
Okay, 9:21 left in the period one. 1-0 San Diego in the lead. They scored at 33 seconds of the first period. The face-off to the left of Clint Malarchuk. Sylvain Couturier will take it against Kenny Hodge.
Well, Kenny Hodge started this league in Kalamazoo.
Right.
And made a move to the American League, I believe, and then well, no, he went to the NHL with the North Stars, their parent club.
Now the Dallas Stars.
Yes.
Face-off taken by San Diego, fight all in Chapeldane.
That should be an icing.
And it is. Icing against San Diego. So now McDonald and Chapeldane looking at each other. Chapeldane wants to get in there and mix it up.
Well, Kevin took a little exception to Richison getting a run to the boards a little bit by Chapeldane.
Johnny Anderson back on the ice for the San Diego Gulls. He's had a hip injury, folks, this year in the playoffs and has seen limited action so far. Poor John, seems like every time he gets down to the playoffs, he comes up with some kind of an injury.
Does it have anything to do with old age?
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. He's only about 5 years younger than me.
Gruhl takes a shot and hits the back of Couturier's skate.
Oh.
And taken by Cernich in front of his own net, fires it out to neutralize Ruff. Anderson winds up, shoots, and it's deflected wide. Look out. Who's got the puck? Champaldane. Back to Ruff. He takes a shot. It's about a foot wide of the post. Fired back in behind the net. Reddick will handle it. Gives it right over to Kenny Hodge. Breaking in is Anderson in front. He's being checked by McDonald. And San Diego with the puck yet in the Fort Wayne zone. Ferner takes a shot, deflects off, and that comes out of the zone. McSween, or Ferner has it now for San Diego. Here he goes into the zone. Hauled down, no call. Head on around, and there's Paul Willett. He's back on the ice. You're right, he only missed a shift. Igor Chibriev, oh, gave that one up.
He's upset about that one.
And he intercepts it back. And it's to Lucyk.
Come on, fellas, get organized here.
Back to Lambert. In behind the Fort Wayne net, Dupuis gets it. Kept in front of the Fort Wayne net, and it clears out to center ice. Fired back to the Fort Wayne zone by Ferner. Lucyk in an icing call against San Diego with 7:43 left, period 1-1, nothing to score.
I'll tell you, Tim, the big threat that Johnny Anderson has out there, you saw Kevin McDonald doing a good job on him, covering him in front of the net, and that's what Kevin's best at. Not scoring goals and not controlling the puck on the power play, but taking the body and roughing him up in front. And that's why he's getting the big bucks. Of course, he won't agree with that, but what a good man. He's a good community-minded person, too.
Very much so, along with Ian Boyce. Taking the face off against Lambert is Davidson in the San Diego zone to the left of Clint Malarchuk. Dupuis has it kicked back to him. He just fires way to score! I don't know who might have deflected it. But Dupuis will get an assist, and it's tied at 1.
I was just thinking,
He lost that puck and just couldn't get a hold. Then he did get a hold of it, got it on net.
and I think it was deflected in, Tim. He might get credit for it. I don't know.
And I'll tell you what, Guy Dupuis had a hard time getting his stick on it, and he just threw it in there. And I don't know if Guy got the goal or not, but I think it may have been deflected by one of the Komets in front. We'll have to get the call from Jungle Jim Amstutz.
There again, Tim, that shows you.
1-1's the score. Peter Hankinson gets the goal, so Pete got his stick on that shot from Dupuis. Dupuis, all right.
Good boy.
And Lee Davidson with the other assist. Davidson and Dupuis assist on Peter Hankinson's goal. It's 1-1.
Nice move by Boyce. Get that puck out of the zone.
And now I think the Komets will come to life a little bit more here, Randy. They already look like they have fired up just a bit more. Might have been a little tentative.
And you can't say it didn't hurt with Paul Willett getting injured and coming right back out on the ice again. That's got to mean a lot.
Offsides. Offsides. No call.
I think he had his foot on that line.
Good eyes, Randy. Down into the San Diego zone.
Oh, my gosh!
And
did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah, but is it going to be called?
And I'll tell you what, Scotty Gruhl most times will get a stick up in the air to protect himself, but he had definitely got cross-checked right then. And I don't know if Pat got it or not, but he did. Thank you. Obvious. I mean, that's what Scotty Gruhl went to the box for just earlier in the period.
Yes.
Getting the stick up there. I can't believe Scotty's not kicking out any. There's no penalty. Unbelievable.
And Rick Dudley thinks it's the poor officiating, huh?
Well, I might agree with him there a little bit on that one.
Should have heard Ron Gregory's impression of Rick Dudley tonight on WoWo on the way out here.
I got something I want to tell you about Ron Gregory a little bit.
Okay. He's a super guy, Ron Gregory. He's a lot of fun to listen to. Been around a long time from Washington, D.C. If he would have stayed in Washington, probably could have been president by now.
Or pretended.
Yeah. So no penalty call. Hey, who cares? We're even 1-1. Let's just win the game and retaliate on the scoreboard.
There you go.
Wilkie feeds it, gets the puck. Savage has it. Around behind the net. Gruhl runs interference right out front. And it bounces over Richison's stick and goes down to the Fort Wayne zone. 6:20 left period. 1-1-1 to score. And let's see who's got it here. San Diego dumps it into the Fort Wayne defense. Waiting there, Joel Savage. Tipped up to Sky Gruhl at center. Feeds it right back in on the San Diego defense. Dave Smith hustles down in there. And it's going to be fought.
Oh, nice follow through by Lindy Ruff with the stick. Did you see that?
And taken down. Penalty call. Penalty call.
Let him touch it. Just let him
San
touch it.
Diego goes to the box. To the box with 5:56 left. Comet power play time.
You know, I've often wondered, you see these men out on these construction sites and how dangerous that work is, you know, doing these laying tile and sewers and stuff. We'll have that dirt fall on top of you. These guys are starting to dig it deep, and it's starting to fall on top of them. They start getting penalties like that. That's just idiotic. I mean,
you know, this is fun, watching a hockey game in the latter part of May. This is great.
it's a warm one in here tonight.
Yeah. We're back over here in Section 9, where we were most of the year. Got displaced a little bit by the Atlanta TV station. Talked to some Atlanta people, in particular one man that absolutely just came up on the spur of the moment here to Fort Wayne, got a ticket, got in, and said he fell in love with the jungle the first night. Bought a bunch of Comet souvenirs and said, don't change this building. It's fantastic. Here we go, a shot, and the rebound cleared off nicely by the San Diego player. That was Gord Cernich who cleared it off to the boards. That was a good play. Larry Floyd, look out, and who's there? The Komets. Floyd comes back up with the puck, and it goes into Chibriev.
Nice little easy pass there. I like that.
And nice spin move by Wilkie. Up to Igor. Igor has a bouncing puck. He's got control of it. Still has it bouncing. Willett, it'll have it fed back out to the Fort Wayne zone by San Diego. 1:22 left. Comet power play time. 5:15 left. First period of play. 1-1 the score. Lead pass to Chibriev. Nice job of getting it over to Savage. Around behind the net, Malarchuk. Off the boards and kept in by John Mark. John Mark back over to Wilkie. John Mark has to get a new stick. So they replace him with Richison. Back around behind the net, Willett back to Savage. Savage back out to Wilkie at the point. Wilkie over to Savage. He's in the slot. Whiffed on the shot, kept in by Wilkie at the point. Back over to the side to Willett. Willett back to Wilkie.
Richison wide open, Tim.
Over here to Richison. He shoots, and it's wide to Chibriev, and it bounces way up in the air. Kept in by Savage. Savage in the corner. Chibriev, 32 seconds left. Comet power play time. Back out to Richison. Richison back to Igor. Igor over to the side to Willett. Takes a little slash. Igor takes an elbow. Savage behind the net. And Willett, 16 seconds left, power play time. Willett takes a shot. Igor couldn't get the wood on it. Look out, Savage being sticked around with there. And Willett goes in. Savage has a puck back as well. Crease couldn't get it in. Penalty time has expired. Both sides equal strength. And right out of the box, here comes San Diego to Gray. And a shot goes just wide of the Fort Wayne net. Lamoureux takes a hit from Wilkie. And a high one. Look out lower. Hey, it's still in play. It looked like it was going to leave the surface. Here comes Ian Boyce. Boyce winds up, shoots, and the save made by Malarchuk. And out it comes.
Nice move here. There you go.
Nice going, Lucyk. Clears it right back down in, and McSween will have to pick it up behind his net. 3:25 left, period 1-1 the score. Off the boards and down to the Fort Wayne zone.
That was a good play there, Tim.
Icing, we'll take the icing.
Gosh.
McDonald touches it, and back to the San Diego zone.
McSwain did a fine job of icing the puck there. Oh.
Yeah, that was big league play there.
It's tough to get off the boards like that when you got everybody in your zone and get all the way down the other end without hitting anybody.
McSwain using his pool experience there. One puck off the sideboards.
Well, just to talk about Ron Greger a moment ago, we were talking about him, and I was out at the airport to pick up, like I said, the coach, and I saw Ron. They had Wellwood doing a nice coverage of the arrival.
Coming back from San Diego.
And I came back and was talking to him for a little bit. He says, boy, I really appreciate you guys on Channel 10. He said, I don't get to see as many games as I'd like to, and get a kick out of watching you guys. And you know what? He said the coverage is the best he's seen.
Well, that's great. Ron Gregory, thank you very much.
Oh, my God. Pat just hit his head in the bar up there. Swelled up. This is exciting.
Well, that's thanks a lot, Ron Gregory. He's right. Pat does excellent camera work, and we appreciate those comments. And I'm a fan of Ron Gregory's, too. Have been for a long time. Here comes the Gulls. They break out at center ice. Shank down into the Fort Wayne zone. He's got Davidson all the way back down into the San Diego zone for an icing against the Komets with 3 minutes and 1 second left, first period.
Well, Ron,
here's a plug for us from Jim Amstad.
Ooh, what a great time.
3 minutes, 1 second left, period 1. Look at the shots on goal, Randy. 15-3 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets.
Oh, boy.
I almost forgot the shot on goal clock there.
Oh, this game's been very exciting, up and down, and a lot of good puck control, too.
Face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone. Mitch Lamoureux and David Smith. Lamoureux is tossed out, and McSween, or is McKechnie? Yeah, McKechnie.
Boy.
Tony McKechnie. Played with how many different teams? He was Buffalo Sabres, and who else?
I want to say New York, and
kept in by McKechnie. Tries to feed it into the slot area, but it clears back out to neutral ice. Taken by San Diego, and Reddick leaves it off for Grant Richison. We are all tied here, folks. 1-1 with 2:35 left in period 1. Ferner fires it back in, and Dupuis right back out to center ice. Oh, just another step, and Couturier would have been in all by himself. Back to Ferner. Dupuis checks his man, McKechnie, and the Gulls will make a line change. Here comes Grant Richison. Look out. Couturier. A 9-iron way back down to the San Diego line. And Kelly Hurd comes up with the puck. They're right out in front, nobody there to help him. All the way back down to the Fort Wayne zone. The icing is waved off. Lucyk takes the puck, and down goes the San Diego player, Lambert. Here it comes up to Savage, misses the pass, back down to the San Diego zone. And Ruff, Lindy Ruff. Fed off of Willett, back into the corner. 1:39 left in the first period.
Oh, it's too bad he couldn't have got that one.
Larry Floyd over to Johnny Anderson. Here goes Anderson, pulls up, feeds it over. Nice shot by DeGray. The save was made by Reddick. Good play.
He sure did. I don't know how he even saw that, Tim.
That was a nice play by San Diego. And Anderson was the reason that happened. Back out to center ice, Lambert tosses it down to the Fort Wayne zone. Coming up on a minute left in period 1. 1-1 the score. Here comes Joel Savage onside. Fed off to the side of the net. Boyce hustles in after it. Davidson there. Smale and Davidson. And it comes out to Kenny Hodge. Hodge. Here goes McSween, penalty call against the Fort Wayne Komets, and losing the puck with San Diego.
I tell you, they better give them both. They better give them both. Now, one.
Just one. Komets. A rough call to Davidson. So San Diego on to the power play with 41 seconds left in period 1. 1-1 the score. Okay, they changed the Komet goal to Davidson with assist to Dupuis and Hankinson. So Davidson gets credit for the goal. Davidson also now in the sin bin for 2 minutes, roughing. Was that rough he roughed?
No.
So the face off to the left of the pokester, Ken Hodge, Ian Boyce to take the draw. Jacobs drops the puck, goes out to the point. Over to Floyd. He winds up, takes a shot high and wide of the Fort Wayne net. Ken Hodge with the puck. Shoots it in right in front. There's Lucyk, and he backhands it out of the zone offsides. DeGray did a good job of trying to keep it in, but ruled offsides at the Fort Wayne line.
Well, 25 seconds to go in this first period, Tim. Now is the time you don't want a goal scored by your opponent.
That's right.
It's even Steven right now. It's a fresh game, but I'll tell you what, if San Diego can pull a goal out here, it's going to be a different hockey game going into that second period. That's kind of like a common knowledge, isn't it, I guess? You never want to get scored on in the last minute of a period like that.
Yeah, it just seems like it's mentally frustrating when that happens to you. It's just... And Richison and his man. Daniel Shank. 109 minutes and penalties Daniel Shank has so far in these playoffs. That's a pretty hefty number there.
Not too bad. Of course, they had to play more games than we did, so.
That's true. Yeah, San Diego, Kansas City gave them a pretty good run for it. Extended it to 6 games.
I was always worried about coming against San. No, not worried. I was really double thinking, I guess, playing against San Diego.
I was scared to death the way they were playing. The Komets, though, have definitely transformed themselves into one heck of a powerhouse.
I talked to Gus Bromberger outside before the game started, and he feels Komets can sweep them.
If we win tonight, I think that will happen. This, as it has been so far in the Turner Cup playoffs, the third game has been the pivotal game so far, and the Komets so far have come through with victories in all of them. I'd much rather see the Komets win tonight than lose and have to come back in here with a possibility of being tied up Friday. With 3-0, you go into the game 4. San Diego has to really gamble. Larry Floyd, lead pass goes all the way down into the Fort Wayne zone. Icing is waved off right out in front of the Fort Wayne net. Hodge checked by Boyce. 2 seconds left, and that's going to end the first period. And the score at the end of period 1 in game 3 of the Turner Cup Finals. The Fort Wayne Komets 1, the San Diego Gulls 1. Shots on goal in the first period of play, 15 for the Fort Wayne Komets and 4 for the San Diego Gulls. And Randy, Al Sims has got to be happy about that 4 shots on goal for San Diego.
That's right. For the first period, that's pretty darn good.
You betcha. We will be back with second period action here at the Jungle. 1-1 the score. You're watching Common Hockey on your hockey channel, Channel 10.
For our fans out there that have maybe lost their picture, the Komets will be going from right to left, and San Diego going from left to right. I didn't get that picture fixed.
Right here at TV Rinkside, or Radio Rinkside, as Bob Chase always says.
Hello.
Once again, congratulations to Bob Chase, who was named IHL Broadcaster of the Year, and from now on, folks, that award will be named the Bob Chase Award. So Bob finally getting some long overdue recognition for all the hours that he's put on and the miles he's put on with this team over the 41 years that he's been doing the broadcast for WOWO. We are underway, second period. San Diego on the power play for 1:07 yet. McDonough loses the puck. Boyce comes over and tips it back down to the San Diego line. Forechecking Hankinson. DeGray off the boards, picked up by Ruff. Ruff will wheel it into the Fort Wayne zone. Reddick lets it go on around. Anderson up against the boards along with Richison. Here we go out. Ruff takes a shot. Nice save by Reddick and kept in by the Gulls. McDonough feeds it on over to Ruff. Look out. Hey, nice
block
play.
by Kerry Lucyk.
Lucyk. That's what the Komets have been doing all throughout the playoffs, is really concentrating on breaking things up, and they are doing it. 28 seconds left in the San Diego power play. Uh-oh, look out. Anderson over here to right in front. Oh, boy, sleeves. And it's going to be cleared out. 14 seconds left. Boy, a close call there. I thought that San Diego was going to get one, Randy. In the San Diego zone, carried out by Kenny Hodge to the Fort Wayne line. Feeds on through. Nice save by Pokey. And the penalty has expired. Both sides are equal strength. Dave Smith to the line, feeds it through. Hodge takes the puck. Hodge up the ice to Smale. He's checked by Dupuis. Intercepted by
I
Smith.
can't believe that's on sides.
And it's
Good
going to come back out to the Komets. Dupuis, he feeds it right back into the zone. And Fernair behind his own net for San Diego. 5 aside. Here we go, Ferner into the Fort Wayne zone, and Lucyk just goes over, takes the puck away, and feeds it right down to center ice. Back on the San Diego defense is Larry Floyd. And that's going to be a 2-line offside pass.
Well, that has to be Kerry Lucyk's best shift of the game, Tim.
Oh, yeah, he was
Just playing outstanding out there.
all over the place.
What's that? Thanks, Pat. I thought I was right. I thought Smith was offsides there, but referee gave the okay sign. The play continued to go.
So we are ready for the face-off right at the blue line to the San Diego end of the ice. Cernich will take it behind the net. Somebody loses a stick. It was the Komets Willett. He gets a new shillelagh, and back to the action. Here we go. Kelly Hurt takes the difficult angle. The save made by Malarchuk into the corner, picked up and fed out to center ice. Back into the Fort Wayne zone it goes. McDonald backhands it around the boards. Champelday.
Oh, he got it.
Penalty call against the Gulls. And the Komets now go on to the power play. We will have a rush again.
Denny Lambert.
Denny Lambert. That's not Danny Lambert that was here 2 years ago, but Denny Lambert.
Look where he's going.
Yeah.
Should be going right to the box.
He decides to skate around and see what he can do.
Thank you, DJ.
Komets on the power play. Penalty to Lambert. Randy Markham giving my money away to young kids. Way to
Oh,
go.
it was nice of you to loan me $2, Tim. I just tipped GJ Gavard on giving me a beverage.
And you know it isn't a beer because GJ's not of age to buy it.
And I wouldn't be drinking it anyway.
That's right. Fattening, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Wilkie for the Komets. Behind his own net. Komets on the power play. 2-minute rough to Denny Lambert. Up to Gruhl, center ice. He fires one into the San Diego zone. Malarchuk will stop it behind the net. And Lindy Ruff fires it around the boards, and it clears the zone all the way back down to Pokey Reddick. Wilkie behind his net. Heard anything on John Mark's knee? Is it very serious, Randy?
No, I haven't. A couple times tonight, you know, I'm not one of these aluminum sticks. They use a lot of them, and Bob Wilkie's using one. just seems like you don't get the feel of the puck, and there's a couple times now he's lost the puck, and I don't know why. I really look at him as being a real good offensive defenseman, and it really surprising. I mean, maybe he's been using one of those all year, but I'm not really. It seems like the wood just gives you that much more feel.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the aluminum bats in baseball either. The wood bats I like the best.
And you got to pay about, what, $35 or $40 for a wood bat. They break, you know. You got to pay twice the money for the aluminum, and it stays around a little bit longer.
Sounds crazy, though, when it hits the ball. Komets on the power play, I think, for another minute and 10 seconds. Richard feeds it up to Gruhl. He puts a nice pass over to Terrier, but it's intercepted by Arnell. Back to Ruff, who will fire at the length of the rink. Komets having a hard time getting organized on this power play. And it's going to be kept in the Fort Wayne zone by Shank. Gruhl goes over and checks him. Jean-Marc plays it off the boards to Grant Richison. Across ice pass to Gruhl. Gruhl with a puck. Feeds it weakly down into the San Diego zone. Or McSween feeds it back right off to the side of the net. Oh, juggled by Malarchuk. Gruhl with a shot wide. Malarchuk with a juggling act there. Richison to Richard. He fires one in, and the bouncing puck right out, cleared out by San Diego. Okay, that's two good chances on the power play. Richison with 15 seconds left, Komet power play time. In behind his net, Grant Richison. Fed off to Paul Willett. He loses the puck and is taken by McDonough. Fed back out to DeGray. Arnell with it. Scott Arnell. Look out, into the Fort Wayne zone it goes, and the penalty has expired to Denny Lambert. Both sides equal strength. In behind the Fort Wayne net, Richison. Look out, here we go, off the side of the net. The Komets have it, they got Igor. Here he goes in on the zone. Igor looks backhand saved by Malarchuk. Nice play by Igor.
Try to keep it in.
Shank has it for San Diego. Fed back into the Fort Wayne zone with 14:45 left. Period 2, 1-1 the score. Wilkie up to Smith, over to Willett. Willett tries to get through. Malarchuk will make the play. Into the corner, Kenny Hodge. Out of the zone, neutral ice. Fired down into the Fort Wayne corner. Boyce chases after it, plays it off the glass. Then it comes back to Ian.
Nice
and the
play.
Komets break out. Here comes Smith. Offside at the San Diego line. Boyce just about a foot in ahead of the puck.
Had some opportunities there. You saw some of the games, the Channel 21 piped back, or satellite at the back. You saw that one goal that Gruhl went by the net and gave the puck to the trailer, scored. I think it was Savage, yeah. And that's what I've been talking about all year. You go to the net. If you don't have the puck, you go to the net. And you want to get that rebound. Say Scotty would have shot, Savage could have got the rebound. But Scotty took the goaltender with him right back to Savage. And saw a couple opportunities out here, too, tonight with Chibriev going down. It just doesn't have enough room. And Smith, they're both capable of doing that.
14:18 left, period 2, 1-1 the score. Game 3 of the Turner Cup Finals between the Gulls and the Komets. Chernick feeds it down into the Fort Wayne zone. Anderson goes after it. He's checked off by Lucyk. Back up to Chernick at the point, and intercepting is Davidson. 3-on-2, Komets, oh, behind Hankinson. That gives San Diego the chance to come back and get even. Anderson with a puck. Fed off to Hodge, over to Shank. Back over, and Hankinson intercepts. He takes a high stick. And Shank with a puck. Checked by Lucyk, comes out to Boyce. Boyce has got his man, Davidson. And Davidson to the line, winds up, fires, and Malarchuk grabs it, hangs on.
And there, too, the goaltender makes the save, but as Davidson's got to do, he's got to go right to the net until the whistle blows. DeGray hanging on Davidson pretty good there. 20-6, Tim. Not quite halfway going in the second period.
20-6. Shots on goal favor the Komets. Faceoff will be to the left of Clint Millarchuk, Sylvain Couturier, and Ken Hodge for the draw for San Diego.
That first period was to carry on the rest of the game. Tim, you'd be looking at 45 shots to about 15 for San Diego. So Komets definitely playing good defense, adding on a lot of offense. Of course, Pokey playing real alert in there. There's a couple times that the puck went through a lot of people, and he made that big save and directing onto the corner.
Savage with the draw. Goes back on the defense to Gray. Around the boards it comes and gets by Richison back into the Fort Wayne zone. Wilkie. To Savage. Here comes Couturier over to Scotty Gruhl. Sylvain takes the shot all the way around to Wilkie. He keeps it in. Around behind the net, Gruhl. A high one bounces up and DeGray takes it. Feds back out to Richison on the Fort Wayne defense. And Grant fires it back towards the blue line. Comes over here to Champeldane. Champeldane back into the Fort Wayne zone. And Wilkie. He takes a run.
Whoa!
And it comes up. McSween intercepts. And it's look out. Scott goes down. And we got a penalty call against San Diego. High stick. And Scott's down on the ice.
Let's hope he's okay.
And Scott's looking for blood. You see him look at his hand there?
Yep.
Says, darn, wish I was bleeding.
You know, a stick can catch you and scrape you just enough not to create any blood, but
2 minutes.
Has the sensation of bleeding.
Yeah.
But yet no blood. It's just
Scotty back up, ready to go.
So he's going to be taking a lot of abuse these next 2 games, and he'll just keep coming back and coming back.
Quite possibly the next to the last game Scott Gruhl will play in the IHL. 2-minute power play comes to the Fort Wayne Komets as Don McSween picks up a 2-minute high sticking call. Sure like to see the Komets cash in on this one, Randy. Face off just slightly on the Fort Wayne side of the red line. P.B. McDonough and David Smith.
One defenseman, Jean-Marc Richard, and Kelly Hurd playing back as more offensive, with the offensive power back there.
San Diego gets the draw back to Lindy Ruff, and he will send it back down into the Fort Wayne zone. Comes all the way around the boards. And back out to center ice where the Komets get it. Willett. Fired in behind the San Diego net. Chibriev in there, along with Smith. Kelly Hurd has the puck. Hurd shoots, rebound over to Willett. Back out to Richard, kept in nicely. Igor back to Hurd, to Jean-Marc, a one-timer, and it's laying there, and it's going to be
Oh, boy, Smith and Dupuis in front.
Whistled down, and the face-off will be to the left of Clint Millarchuk. Komets did a good job of keeping that in.
Sorry, fans, just sit back from that speaker. It won't hurt for a long time. Get a little excited there.
Well, if you're listening to those big pile driver speakers, it probably blew your eardrums out, huh?
Now, looking for Kent Pilo there. I know he's very concerned about not being around for the... Yeah, I'm sure he's here.
Do we have some league officials here tonight, Randy? I can't believe nobody from the IHL went up to San Diego for the first 2 games.
That's what I said to Andy McGowan yesterday during the press conference. Is we had league man charged officials was there as well. It doesn't quite.
What were their reasons for not being out there?
Pressing IHL business.
Yeah, right. Showcase event for the IHL, the Turner Cup Finals, and they don't have somebody out.
I would think the first 2 games of the finals would be pretty much of a showcase there.
Yes. Oh, well. Igor with the puck. Back out to Jean-Marc. He fires it in. Up in the air. It bounces over the top of the net. Ruff, he tries to clear it out. Kept in by Jean-Marc. Hodge tries to get it out. Oh, it's going to come across the line. Now we got another San Diego player down in the corner, and that's
Lindy Ruff.
the captain, Lindy Ruff.
I think he might have been hit by his own player. But you saw the San Diego player took a big swipe at the puck as is in, way above shoulder range.
Is that Lindy Rupp or Robin Williams? Hard to tell by looking there. I guess it's Lindy. Looks okay. Got him on the side of the face. 1 minute, 4 seconds left in the Comet power play time. 11:47 left in period 2. 1-1 the score, and the Comets out shooting the Gulls 22-6.
Oh, we got some stuff going on here.
Terrier and Champaldane looking at each other.
Floyd doing the big swipe at. Angus has got his work cut out for him. That's for
now
sure.
Look at Rick Dudley on the bench down there. He's up on the dasher rail, yelling something.
When the whistle was blown, the play was outside. I thought just about outside. But it's a little
still mean-mouthing Angus. Angus telling him to shut up and sit down in no uncertain terms. So Dudley is going to have to watch what he says here, or he's liable to get one called on him for bench minor. Face off by the Comets, held in the zone.
Unbelievable, Tim.
Terrier with the puck. Back out to Grant. Grant fires it out in front, and there's the San Diego man. Fires it right back down to Pokey Reddick. 50 seconds left, Comet power play time. Grant Richison in his own zone. He's got Gruhl, Smith, Couturier, taken by the Gulls. Smale back on the San Diego defense. Larry Floyd fires it right back into the Fort Wayne zone. Comets, Bob Wilkie with the puck. He will bring it out. Power play time has 25 seconds left. Off the back of Couturier's skate. Here comes Wilkie. Feeds it over, and Joel Savage goes after it. Ruff gets it, plays it off the boards. Couturier. Right out to Lucyk. Lucyk fires, rebound, just got over. Look at this out in front. Both of them gone. DeGray and Savage.
DeGray took the big swipe first. For a 1-to-1 game, Tim, San Diego is really trying a lot of unusual moves here. Trying to rough up the Comets, trying to change the pace. Obviously, we're taking it to them at 23-6 on shots. That's the way a hockey game is. You'll send a guy out there to fight somebody just to change the momentum.
So we got a rough to DeGray and Savage, which will leave 9 seconds left on the Comet power play time. We are just about halfway through period 2, still tied at 1, folks. Face off. Toronto and LA tied at 2 apiece. We're down to Toronto, LA, Montreal, New York Islanders. I'd like to see a Montreal-Toronto final. That would be exciting.
For a lot of people make that statement.
Yes. Champaldane all over Boyce. Dupuis up to Davidson. He's hooked. No call made, but he was hooked. Suppose if he fell down, he would have called it. Lucyk with the shot.
Well, he didn't miss by much.
No, he didn't. He had to hurry the shot somewhat.
Oh!
Onside into the Fort Wayne zone.
Good hit by Lucyk.
Comes along the boards and picking it up, Ian Boyce. Boyce with a puck. Into the zone he goes. Hankinson. Hankinson shoots. And Malarchuk having a heck of a time keeping a hold of that puck.
That's fine with me. For some of you real hockey fans out there, you remember about 3 years ago, Clint Malarchuk playing with Washington Capitals against the St. Louis Blues, severed his jugular vein on the left side of his neck and nearly bled to death.
Yeah, what an injury that was.
Thank God for the trainer they had with Capitals did a heck of a job, saving his life. He
stopped the bleeding.
I've got the, matter of fact, I've still got on the tape. A big fight ensued just after that had happened, and it stopped real quick when they realized there was about a 3-foot puddle of blood in front of
it was
Malarchuk.
terrible.
It was just
very bad. Yeah, Clint was lucky that night.
Let's hope his luck isn't too good tonight. Not quite that bad. But,
I don't think we've had really a fatality in the hockey since Bill Masterton of the Minnesota North Stars was one of the reasons why they developed the helmet rule. And here goes Igor, both sides equal strength. Igor looks, shoots, and it goes just a little bit wide.
Next little punch there, McSween.
Fed up to center ice, over here to Shank. He's got Wilkie in front of him. And Wilkie takes him off the puck, and who's got it? Wilkie back on the goal line. Makes a nice little smooth spin move around Anderson. John saying, hey, where'd he pick that stuff off of me? That's what I do. Uh-oh, here comes Shank. He looks pokey way out. What a save off the shoulder. We look out in front of the Fort Wayne net. Hurd has it. Here comes the Komets. Kelly Hurd, Paul Willett. Tries to get it through. Hodge plays it off the glass. Kept in the zone, though. Chibriev does a good job.
Good job of keeping it in the zone. Oh, he shouldn't have left that spot.
Here comes Shank. Center ice, Hodge down into the Fort Wayne zone. San Diego will change. Richison with the puck. All the way up center ice. Kelly Hurd back in on goal. Malarchuk. Fed off the sideboards. Arnell at center ice. Komets.
Nice poke.
Komets doing a good job of not letting San Diego get a good rush going. You know, they're
That's right.
taking them right up there in neutral ice and moving them right off the puck. There we go.
There we
and
go.
Penalty call. I can see that
play
one
by
coming
Lindy
up.
Ruff.
Yep.
Good job. That's about 3 times that Scotty Gruhl has taken a lot of punishments. Scotty looks okay, but obviously shaken up a little bit. Lindy Ruff really protesting, Tim, and
Let him protest.
you need an additional 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike as far as I'm concerned.
Well, go down there and call it. Ruff to the box. Komets back on the power play. Boy, and I tell you, I got the feeling, Randy, we're going to get one on this power play.
You got to hand to Scotty, Tim, for taking all the abuse like that.
And keeping his cool.
And keeping his cool.
Earlier in the year, that wasn't happening. Hey, I think he got a 10-minute misconduct along with that, Randy.
Oh, that'll do.
Oh, that's okay. We'll take him off the ice.
700 games of NHL experience. Of course, they're down to about 5,000 now, so.
Jeez. So the Komets on the power play on Ruff's penalty, and he yapped a little bit too much at Mr. Angus, so he earned a 10-minute breather for misconduct.
He won't be back until the 3rd period.
He says much more, and they'll put him in solitary.
Yeah, he'll have to sit over there with the Amstuds.
So for the Komets, they are on the power play. Savage, Couturier, Scott Gruhl, Wilkie, and Richard. Face-off is tipped right back in on the Fort Wayne goal, Pokey Reddick. .8:27 left period, 2-1-1 the score, up to Couturier. Wilkie into the zone onside, feeds it over to Gruhl. And DeGray lost the puck. Couturier has it right out front off the side of the net and knocking it down Ken Hodge, but Couturier round behind the net, chasing it down. San Diego takes a big hit from Savage. Wilkie feeds it in. And who's got it? Richard, look out. It's going to be fed right back to the Fort Wayne zone with 1:15 left in the power play. San Diego changes up their penalty killers. The Komets come out with Willett in place of Gruhl. Up to Couturier. Backhanded down in on Malarchuk. He drops it down for Cernich. Cernich around the boards, kept in by Igor. Igor back into the corner to Willett. And Hurd has it at the point, kept in, back in the corner to Willett. He's got the man breaking, but he couldn't get it to Richard. He turns around, fires, and making the save was Malarchuk out to McDonough. Overskating it with Smale, and here goes the Komets onside. Igor, shifty move, and a nice poke check made off. Ooh, looked out. Thought got a skate in the back of the head. Over here to Richard. He winds up, fakes the shot, tries to get through, stripped down. And look at this in front. Down goes Willett. as he was manhandled in there, and nothing was called on that. Right outside the crease, they were mugging Willett. 15 seconds left, power play time. Here goes the Komets.
What a move.
Kelly Hurd can't get through. Going to be kept in the zone to Igor. Time to get a shot on the goal here. 6 seconds left in the power play. Bounces off the boards, kept in by Richison. Back, here we go, equal strength, both sides. Over here goes to Willett, being interfered with. Nothing going to be called there. Willett, and, come on, Paul. Into the Fort Wayne zone, here we go. Lambert taking off the puck, Richison with it.
Take it in, take it in.
And down goes Willett. Igor feeds it over to Hankinson, is stepping in nicely with the San Diego defense.
Too much time, you know, it's too much time, Tim.
And now we got another man hurt, and that's Igor. Igor's down on the ice.
Well, just a moment ago, you saw DeGray slashing against Willett. Willett finally gave him a little poke. And Angus right there on the spot did not call anything. Few angry fans out there throwing their punched up refreshment cups.
Igor down on the ice, on his knees.
Shank just going at him. What the heck is he all bent out of shape for?
And hey, what's going to happen here? No call? No call.
Face off on the spot.
So it's just outside the Fort Wayne blue line. 6 minutes, 7 seconds left. In a tight one, folks. Classic playoff game, 1-1.
Yeah, unlike the first two anyway, so far.
Yeah, well, I kind of expected this one to be a little more low scoring than the first two.
Have you noticed a couple times as the Komets come out of the offensive zone, or the play starts coming up, the goals will come out, but you'll see Willett and a few other players stay back in the corner and hang on to the last minute because the Komets have put so much pressure on them, they kept the puck inside the blue line, and next thing you know, instead of all the guys coming all the way out, then they have to start regrouping. I just, Willett was hanging way deep in the corner, and Kelly heard both.
Angus over explaining to Al Sims what transpired out there. So we're ready for action here with 6:07 left, period 2, 1-1 the score. So my prediction of the Komets getting a power play goal went.
Yep, I would say so.
McSween fires it in behind the net all the way around to the far boards. Bouncing puck behind the Fort Wayne net, look out. Here it is, Hankinson. Komets get it out. San Diego has to get back on side. Fired back in towards the Fort Wayne zone. McSween fires it over to McDonald. McDonald back up to Hankinson. Hankinson fires it back down into the San Diego zone with 5:40 left in period 2. 1-1 the score. All the way back down to the Fort Wayne zone, picked up by Lucyk. Lucyk by his man. Here he goes into the zone. He shoots, and a nice blocker save made by Malarchuk. Falling down was a San Diego player. Hankinson over to Boyce. He couldn't get the good wood on it.
See that? They're really forced to play, Tim. Keep that puck in.
Right at the top.
Look at
of
this.
the zone.
He's taking it.
And Couturier gets it back into the zone. He winds up in a row. Rebound given up, and who's got it? It's underneath Smith. Right in the crease. Hit the crossbar. Bounced over into the corner. That was an unusual play. Couturier behind the net. He's going to chase after it. Anderson will get to it first. John fires it around the boards, and McSween. Lucyk has the puck. Back behind the net. McDonough. Here comes Hubie. To the Fort Wayne line, through the defense it goes. Reddick fires it right back out. It gets by to Gray's stick. No icing.
No, it should not be icing.
They waved it off.
Thank you.
You're welcome. San Diego back to Paul Willett, and it's taken by Dupuis. Guy Dupuis. Knocked down in the Fort Wayne zone. Oh, high stick there. A shot by Chibriev just wide. Anderson backhands it out to center ice, and Dupuis chases it down. Over to Kelly Hurd. Come on, Kelly, get it. Oh, he couldn't get it over to Igor. Dupuis fires it right back in on goal. And what they call it, an offside at the line with 3:50 left. 1-1 the score. Here comes young Elvis. Drex in gold. And a face-off taken by the San Diego Gulls, intercepted Willett. Willett into the zone he goes, fires one wide off the side of the net. Way out front, Chibriev couldn't get his stick on it. McDonald fires it in, and Milanchuk makes the save.
Willett cutting across in front of him. McDonald took the shot and created a lot of disturbance in front there, and hopefully the goaltender will screw up. What's a playoff game, Tim, without Elvis?
That's what I thought. What's Ruff doing out there? Didn't he get a misconduct? I thought that's what I heard Jim say.
Apparently we were wrong.
Evidently. Oh. Well, at any rate, the Komets, Lucyk fires it in wide of the net. And San Diego feeds it right back down to the Fort Wayne line. Smale chases Lucyk. Willett dumps it back over to Igor. Igor, nice pass over to Herdsey. He shoots it. It goes into the corner. Backhanded back down to the Fort Wayne zone and back to get it Lucyk. And icing San Diego with 3:12 left. Period 2, 1-1 the score. 31-7 shots on goal in favor of the Komets.
That's just about unheard of. You know that?
Oh. Out shooting San Diego, one of the most high-powered offensive machines ever in the IHL. Speaks well for the Komets' defensive style of play.
Well, they've been playing so offensive defense. They're keeping the puck in the zone. They're keeping it inside. You see the forwards pinching all the time, always pressuring their defense. Like I said before, they even stay inside the offensive zone when you think they should be, making their way out. That means they're very confident, Tim. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Me, I would be so tied up there, I'd be afraid to do anything with the puck. Wilkie with it. He gets into the slot area, backhands it, gets his own rebound. Into the corner he goes. And now we're going to have a penalty call. Cross-check.
Yes.
On who?
Lindy Ruff.
Ruff.
Can you believe it? Oh, God, I can't believe this.
And San Diego, I cannot believe what they are doing. What the heck is wrong with these guys?
It's called frustration.
Hey, I got a prediction, Randy. We're going to score a goal on this power play.
So let's hope so.
Well, law of averages says that sooner or later I'll get it right. All I have to do is keep saying it, huh? 2:59 left, period 2. Komets on the power play again as Mr. Ruff loses his cool and takes a less than intelligent penalty.
On the way in, I saw Gary Gardner from Belmont Liquors, the original leather lunch that I knew of. Anyway. And he was giving me some encouragement to the rookie over there. Well, not really rookie, I guess. He's been around for a while.
Komets on the power play. Wilkie with the puck. Feeds it through. Savage just can't quite tuck it in. In the corner. And it's whistled down for a face-off to the right of Clint Malarchuk.
Opportunities are there. Nothing wrong with getting a face-off in there again.
And the fans come to the feet. And the face-off taken in the San Diego zone, high up in the air, and bounces all the way back down to the Fort Wayne zone, where Jean-Marc Richard has it for the Komets. Behind his own net, Jean-Marc. Wilkie feeds it into the zone. The defense has it for San Diego. DeGray fires it off the boards and back onto Jean-Marc's stick in his own zone. 1:20 left power play time for the Komets. Richard backhands it in. Malarchuk leaves it there. DeGray has it. DeGray up the ice, kept in momentarily by Wilkie, but it gets through. Look out, here we go, Doug Smale. Richard back, Smale shoots, save made by Reddick, and the rebound out to Couturier. McSween takes a check around Wilkie. 58 seconds left, Komet power play time. Couturier, lead pass misses, goes down into the San Diego zone. Malarchuk will wheel it on around. Larry Floyd waits for it. And he ices it down to the Fort Wayne zone. 45 seconds left, Komet power play time. 1:40 left in the second period. And the Komets wanting to get a power play goal here. Dave Smith with the puck. Behind the net to Willett. It's poke checked off his stick. Back in behind the San Diego net. Champaldane up in the air and finds its way along the boards.
Oh, he kept
Richison
it in.
kept it in. 13 seconds left on the Komet power play. Igor has it. Igor back to Willett. To Igor. 6 seconds left, Komet power play. Igor cheats in, back over to Richison, winds up, shoots, rebound. Not cleared out, right there, score! Igor! Collins! Igor Chibriev! Oh, and San Diego goofing it up.
Oh, big time, Tim.
That's the way, San Diego. Floyd gone nuts.
Floyd, what an idiot.
I gotta tell you, folks, for a team that is supposed to have had so much class as the San Diego Gulls, shame on them for being so boisterous. Absolutely incredible bunch of jerks.
Jeez, you sound like Bob Chase now.
Well, that's stupid. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, it just goes to show you the poise and the quality, the character that the Komets have. And that's another thing that San Diego doesn't have, Tim.
Pardon me, folks, but I'm upset. There's just no reason for a team like San Diego with the experience and the coaching, supposedly a class act, and Hubie McDonough, Rick Dudley complaining about the refereeing and everything else, and his team goes out there and acts like a bunch of slapshot cast members. Jesus, 2-1 Komets, yeah.
57 seconds to go in the period, too. Igor, just a beautiful job, Tim. Working real hard in the corner and to come out and get the rebound.
Two-1 Komets, and that came with 57 seconds left in the second period. Igor Chibriev gets the goal. Was it power play?
No, I don't think so. I heard you
It just
say
expired, didn't it?
time. I think it was over with.
So the Komets up into the lead.
Oh.
Right. Komets going to be shorthanded. Smith picked up a double minor for roughing. So here's the rest of the announcement on the Komet goal. Igor Chibriev with the goal for Richison.
Here we go.
And Willett. And the Komets are shorthanded for the next minute 45 seconds. They lead this game 2-1, San Diego into the zone. This is the first chance they've had to set anything up for a while. Intercepted. There's the eye, right down the length of the rink.
Nice, smart play.
And Boyce right in there to forecheck on DeGray. He's harassing him all the way. What a way to go, Boyce. Boy, Randy, that's the first time I lost my cool in a while.
It is, it is. Of course, Bob Chase did in San Diego.
Oh, yes.
He was really upset.
Off to the side of the net, Anderson. Look out, right through the crease, and it goes to the boards. Boyce tries to get out. End of the second period of the score. The Fort Wayne Komets 2. The San Diego Gulls 1. Total shots on goal through 2 periods of play, 35-8 in favor of the Komets. And stay tuned, folks. We got ourselves a heck of a third period coming up. Komets lead at 2-1 on your public access hockey channel, Channel 10. Period action right here at the Jungle with the Komets leading 2-1. Dave Smith still in the penalty box for a minute and 4 seconds yet. So San Diego will start out on the power play, and Randy, the round mound to sound Markham. Komets have a heck of a record when leading after 2 periods, 43-1 and 2, something like that, somewhere around there.
Yes, it's very dominating, Tim.
But that's in the past, folks. It's what we do tonight that counts. And hopefully, folks, by the time you see this game on Friday night, the Komets will have already skated around the ice with the Joseph E. Turner Cup in hand. Wouldn't that be something?
I'll tell you, with all the antics you've seen out there's a player down there right now, number 10, John Anderson, that you won't see him do any of that stuff. John Anderson is a real character player. I think his big ambition is when he gets out of this and finally gets that out of his blood is to go into coaching. And my God, I'll tell you, I really wish the best for him. Just a one heck of a guy, and he was very nice to me when he was here. Not that he had to be, believe me. I shouldn't. My name wasn't on his paycheck. But just a real class man and a real gentleman.
Yeah, Johnny Anderson, one heck of a special guy. And fire down into the Fort Wayne zone. Komets are shorthanded for 56 seconds yet. They put it out to the point all the way back down into the San Diego zone.
Look at this Hankinson.
Hankinson in on DeGray. Fought for along the boards in the San Diego zone. 42 seconds left in the power play to San Diego. Ruff feeds it up the boards. Brings it out to DeGray. DeGray over to Anderson. Anderson into the zone. We'll look out for him. Shot. Whoa, nice save, Reddick. Good shot. Whoa! Look out, lower arena.
That was an unusual bounce, wasn't it?
And that will be taken right back into the Fort Wayne zone to the face-off circle to the right of the pokester, Cookie Reddick. 2-1 Komets, 19:22 left, period 3 of game 3. 25 seconds left of power play time to the Gulls. The Gulls. Let's see, the Gulls is a bird that eats garbage off the back of ships. That's a heck of a thing to name your team after. Just having a little fun here, folks. Face off in the Fort Wayne zone. Look out, almost tipped into the net, behind the net. Hurd puts on a good check on Ferner.
Oh!
And now we're going to have a penalty call on interference to McCackney. McCackney.
Hurd did a real good body check in there, and then McCagney wanted to get him up for that one.
And we got a beach ball on the ice. McCackney into the box. And that negates the rest of the power play to San Diego, and the Komets will come out with 1:47 of power play time of their own. So we'll go 4-on-4 for 13 seconds, and then the Komets will have the man advantage. Thanks again to Pat Stelte, Ricky Spallone, Greg Yeager, Randy Markham, and all the rest of the folks down at the Channel 10 volunteers and the staff that have helped us out, bringing you Komet hockey. Next year we will enter our 5th season. How time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, boy.
Into the Fort Wayne zone, stick save by Reddick, up into the air, over to the corner, and Sylvain Couturier brings it out himself, being sticked and held on to and everything else, but he still got it to center ice, and Joel Savage to Gruhl. Drop back to Wilkie, to Gruhl, over to Richard off his skate, and just fed to the side of the net. Comes around to Wilkie at the point. He winds up, shoots, and the rebound comes all the way over to the boards. 1:28 left on the Komet power play, and McDonough will clear it out down to the Fort Wayne line. Back is Richard. John Mark. To Sylvain Couturier. Savage has it. Woo, and Hodge did a good job of clearing it out. But Savage drops it back. San Diego has it bounce off of Savage's skate. He goes in looking for it. And it's cleared back to the Fort Wayne zone with 53 seconds left. Comet power play. Bob Wilkie. San Diego really tonight, Randy's been doing a pretty good job of shutting down the Comet power play.
I've noticed there's having some problems getting up there in the blue line area.
Yeah.
And not to give San Diego any credit at all in that deal. He's just not handling the puck well.
And it's going to be cleared back down to the Fort Wayne zone again. 10 seconds left on the Comet power play. Richison with the puck. Up to center ice he goes. Fed off to Willett. And back is Cernich. Into the corner, around behind the net, over to the power board side. Dupuis, power play time has expired. And San Diego kills that one off. Here comes Smale. To McKechnie. He's hauled down by Dupuis.
I can't believe he didn't get into that one.
Look out off the side of the Fort Wayne net. Willett will go after it. McKechnie in there. Tony McKechnie, and it goes all the way back to the San Diego line. 16:45 left, period 3, 2-1, Komets in the lead. In this all-important third game of the best 4 out of 7 series. Cernich to John Anderson. Anderson just led his man a little too far, and it goes back into the San Diego zone. And an icing called against the Fort Wayne Komets with 16:27 left in period 3, 2-1, Komets.
Watch different people in the stands doing it. That's just, the arms just go up. That's about it.
Back to the action here. A shot. Oh, Reddick just got the glove on it. It trickled over to the side. And it's back to San Diego. Lamoureux. Down goes Davidson. That one right in the face.
He's bleeding big time.
That one cut. That hit Davidson right in the face. He gets up on his own power.
You can see the blood just dripping off him right now.
Had the opportunity to go over to Memorial Stadium and catch my first game with the Wizards and the Springfield Cardinals. And quite impressed with that stadium. That's really a class stadium, folks. You can be proud of that. I mean, it's really done up just right, and I guess it meets all the specs for a AAA team. Of course, the only way you're going to get a AAA team in Fort Wayne is to keep supporting the Wizards and show you can draw 6,000 a time. And there's that chance they could move up depending on how they do in the next 2 or 3 years. A nice little picnic area down there along the first baseline, too. You can take your family to. And, well, now here we go. Penalty time. Komets high sticking. Now we'll see if he's bleeding. Boy, we had a lot of that tonight, Randy. And what's the call going to be? Will he give it the 2 or the 5? High stick 2 minutes.
Well, he gave it 2 minutes, Science. That's good.
San Diego back on the power play. Boy, oh boy. It's getting tight here. 16:03 left in the period. San Diego back on the power play, and the Komets hanging on to that 1-goal lead. Boyce goes to the box as we look at Doug Smale.
He's all right.
He's okay.
Played with the Winnipeg Jets for a number of years. Oh, you said thanks, Pat. That was Shank.
Shank.
I was listening as I wasn't even watching.
Daniel Shank. So the Komets shorthanded for 2 minutes. Ian Boyce, high sticking call. Face off in the Fort Wayne zone. The Komets have got to gut this one out for 2 minutes now. Back out to DeGray. Off to the side. They got Larry Floyd open on this side. Hankinson keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, too deep in there.
Ooh, look out score.
Yep.
And by golly, they got it. Here we are, new hockey game, 2-2. Power play goal, San Diego. And I thought that looked a little weird there.
There's Richison had one player, but right behind him there's another, and it might have gone in off Richison's stick. He had his stick down on the ice. And, well, in any event, it's a new hockey game, and Komets with 36 to 11 shots.
Denny Lambert, Arneal, and Ken Hodge assist. That came at 4:13 of period 3, 2-2. Komets and the Gulls in a new one. Well, back to the drawing board. We got to get this one over with. I predicted some people out there would be 3-2 Komets tonight. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? Back into the Fort Wayne zone. Lucyk behind his own net. Fed up to Gruhl. He's got Savage breaking, can't quite get it to him. As Ruff made a good play to deflect that just past Joel. Arneal. Out it comes center ice, San Diego, and where we got it playing the puck with the stick above the shoulder.
Well, we'll take that. At least it gets us a face-off down in the vicinity of that Clinton Malarchuk guarded net.
15:09 left, period 3, 2-2 the score. Boy, oh boy. The 1A overtime. I've seen enough overtime in the Stanley Cups to last me a lifetime.
Yeah.
Double overtimes and all that stuff. Well, they had like 20 games so far in the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's a new record for the National Hockey League.
Just another indication. It shows you how tight that league is.
Yes.
So, see Ron Swart over there, just sort of relaxing and leaning up against his wife, Acme Printing over on Superior. And where is he? There he is in the green shirt. Just grabbing I'm sure it's a Diet Pepsi. But
president and founder of the Randy Markham Fan Club.
I'm trying to see what he can do by getting that membership up a little bit.
Yeah, you guys are going to have your next meeting won't be in that phone booth down at Calhoun and Wayne. It's going to be somewhere else, I guess.
Well, now the weather's real nice. He was talking about having on McMillan at some park bench. So, you know, $1,000 a member, I guess, a little high.
Yeah, that's a little steep.
He's trying to cover all dues with just one membership.
Okay, the face-off outside the San Diego blue line. Both sides are equal strength, and we are tied at 2-2. Chibriev takes the face-off. Took it right into the zone. Bernier. Igor almost intercepted, fell down on the play, fired into the Fort Wayne zone, and Shank goes after it. McDonald checks him, look out. San Diego got a man off to the side. Into the corner it goes. Shank has the puck in the slot, shoots, and Reddick, the save, came way out and made the stop. And hangs on for the face-off. Oh, boy.
Pokey just being the just the pyramid of strength back there on the goaltending situation.
14:44 left, 2-2 the score. 36-12 shots on goal favor the Komets, but San Diego comes back at 4:13 of period 3 to tie it on a power play goal by Denny Lambert, assisted by Scott Arneal and Ken Hodge. Face off in the Fort Wayne zone, taking high shot over the Fort Wayne net. And San Diego starting to press a little bit more. There comes the Komets. Hankinson onside into the San Diego zone. It goes intercepted out front. Here comes the Gulls back. Larry Floyd winds up, shoots, and Reddick, the blocker save in lower 17, gets it up there.
Yes.
And throws it over to somebody else. Must have owed him a puck or something, huh? And the little boy gets it. 14:20 left, 2-2 the score. San Diego putting the pressure on.
Oh boy. I don't like the feeling I feel right now in here, you know that?
Loosen your tie up. All right, one of apprehension, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just don't feel good right now.
Well, it's nothing that a Comet goal wouldn't cure, huh?
Oh,
into the zone we go. Kept in by the Komets. Fed. Oh, crazy bounce off the boards. Gruhl tries to get it over to Couturier. It's going to go to the Komets. Gruhl, he's behind the net, tries the stuff attempt. Where's it at? Whoa, look out underneath Malarchuk. And Ruff goes in there and starts throwing a glove around.
Couturier didn't do anything there.
Ruff feeling his oats tonight, huh?
What Smell's going to do, he's
We have the face-off in the San Diego zone with 13:53 left in period 3. 2-2 the score. And the face-off to the right of Clint Malarchuk. Willett and Ken Hodge will take the draw. Ruff runs Willett. Fired around behind the net. Dupuis pinches in. Intercepted by Willett. Right out front to Chibriev. Can't get the shot off. The whole group right out there in the slot area. And the Komets shoot. And Chibriev just about put it in. Hodge to Smale. And a weak shot kicked out to the sideboards by Reddick. Another drive knocked down by Kelly Hurd. Back to DeGray, and he puts it up to Ferner. Back we go the other way now. Here comes Ferner. He flips it into the Fort Wayne zone, and getting back for it, Peter Hankinson. Hankinson by his man, loses the puck at center ice. Uh-oh, here goes McDonough, penalty call against the Komets. Look out, in behind the net, Anderson. Extra attacker on for the Gulls. Anderson off to the side, shoots it wide, and a dump behind the Fort Wayne net.
They're not going to call that?
And Reddick, no stick, and the whistle blows. Jeez. And who's it going to be on?
McDonald's complaining he got bumped behind the net.
And McDonald goes over and runs Shank. McDonald ran Shank and got out of there real quick. So we'll see what develops here. And the penalty call is going to be made now. The Fort Wayne Komets had a delayed penalty on.
Well, Angus was right behind the net when he saw that happen.
As we await the call.
Angus says, well, what'd you see? Did he hit him or not? He really went flying.
I don't know. What'd you see, Jacob?
Well,
I was looking back. There's a good-looking girl sitting back there in section 3.
Okay, the announcement's going to be made pretty soon here on the penalty calls. Fort Wayne Comet door is open. San Diego is not yet. Penalties. Comets get too many men on the ice. Comets. And
They're going to let that go.
I guess.
Maybe he felt that was a payback.
Too many men on the ice. Fort Wayne. Al Sims arguing the point with Angus. Okay, here's the situation, folks. 12:45 left. We're tied at 2. And the Comets a man short with too many men on the ice call. Bench minor. And I'm starting to get that bad feeling you were talking about now, Randy.
It's just, I don't know if it's the tension in the air or what, but
serving the penalty for the Comets is Scott Gruhl. Face off to the right of Pokey Reddick. 38-14 shots on goal in favor of the Fort Wayne Comets. Hodge takes the face off against Hankinson. It comes out to Larry Floyd. Feeds it in front of the net, intercepted by the Comets Lucyk, and thrown down the length of the rink. 12:35 left, period 3, 2-2 the score. Here comes Larry Floyd. Fires it in. Look out. And that went right over towards old Sue Tilbury there. Well, it looks like it might have caught Sue in the back of the head. Ouch. Hey, she's got a show on Channel 10. You can't be shooting at her. Nice stop, Sue. Sue's first save of the year. I guess she's going to be okay.
Nice, she's going to go out and get a cold beer to wash that one down.
Yeah, she's got her hand on top of her head yet. The usher's going to take her out, get checked out. Into the Fort Wayne zone it goes. Boyce has the puck in the corner. Tries to clear it out, kept in by the Gulls. Look out right in front of Arniel. And we'll have a...
Ooh, we don't.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot it. Comes off a Floyd stick. All the way back down into the San Diego zone it goes. 1 minute, 6 seconds left. Power play time to San Diego. DeGray, the Fort Wayne line, dumps it in on goal. Reddick shoots it down the length of the rink himself. Lindy Ruff.
Just about offsides there.
Back to McSween, fires it in, and the save made by Reddick. Kept in by McSween to Ruff. Comets can't clear it out yet. And now they should be able to. Jean-Marc gets it over to Kelly Hurd. Here they go. Kelly Hurd takes a slash. Whoa! And he's hauled down. Good try by Hurd. Took a big slash as he tried to shoot it. Nice play by Wilkie. Look out, look out. Anderson has the puck. An interference call against San Diego.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Yes, good call, Tim.
And Shank is going to argue that, but it's the way it is.
Good call. Good call. And I think that's the thing that San Diego had to do, too. They had to interfere with Pokey, and that was an ideal situation. Unfortunately, for them, they got caught. But Angus was right on the mark there, and he and Hankinson went down together.
Yeah.
And Angus had his arms up, was still on his knees, bent over Hankinson with his... Giving the signal. Interference.
Okay, interference. The call by Tim Hope, the referee tonight. Yubi McDonough gets the call.
I've always wanted to punch a referee.
Thanks a lot. Okay, 4-on-4 for 10 seconds, and the Comets with an opportunity to cash in. Let's go, guys. 10:54 left. 2-2 the score.
Geez, I even saw Channel 10's favorite guy, Mark Giacquino, here a little bit ago.
You did? Where's he at?
I don't know, somewhere about in here somewhere.
Pokey back up and ready to go. Looks like he might have took a bump down there. Because he might be stalling for a little time, let the guys rest up a little bit.
He wouldn't do that.
Richison with the puck, over to Wilkie. Wilkie with the puck. Now the Komets are on the power play. To Gruhl. Gruhl takes it himself into the zone onside. Drops it back all the way to Wilkie at the point. Fed on around behind the net. Gruhl. Gruhl looks around, tries to step. Oh, my, a shot by Chibriev. Tough angle, but he almost had it. Richison cranks one. It went about 8 feet, and it goes right down to Michelle Krager down there.
Ah!
And what
Nice
was that?
going, Ruff.
What'd he do?
Just butt-ended Scotty Gruhl in the chest there. No call. I'll tell you, I got to hand it to Scotty. He's playing a good control game tonight.
Yeah. 1:24 left, Comet power play time. 10:18 on the clock. 39-17 shots on goal in favor of the Komets. Face-off just outside the San Diego blue line.
Well, at the overcrowded press box tonight, we don't have a stat sheet, but I'll tell you that you got to work on that power play percentage.
Yeah, it's not too hot tonight. Behind the net, Wilkie brings it out. Whoa. Nice little pass to Jean-Marc. Jean-Marc with the puck. Fires it into the zone. It goes all the way around the boards, and stepping in, Gruhl. It comes out, cleared back down to the Fort Wayne zone again. 1 minute, 2 seconds left, power play time. Pokey leaves it for Jean-Marc. Komets change up a couple players. Igor comes out. Igor with the puck to Willett. Willett into the zone. He's got Savage with him. Fires it off behind the San Diego goal. Around the boards it goes, and back down to the Fort Wayne zone again. 40 seconds left in the Komet power play. And out comes Dave Smith. So Al shaking up his power play unit here. Fed off missed all the way to Richard.
Come on, fellas.
Back down into the zone behind the net. 20 seconds left, Komet power play time. Kelly Hurd. Here we go. Center ice fed right in on goal. Malarchuk will leave it off and has played off the boards, and it goes back out to Smale. Smale leaves it to Arniel. Here we go. Look out, 2-on-1. Getting back Chibriev. And the power play has expired. Both sides equal strength. 8:50 left in the game. 2-2 the score. Igor.
What a move there, Tim.
Igor behind the net. Whoa, what a pass. What a pass by Igor. I don't think Willett expected that. I didn't. Willett with the puck off to Igor right in front, and San Diego to McDonough. Off of Smith's skate. DeGray has it. Back to the Fort Wayne line. Tied up along the boards, and San Diego comes out 2-on-1. Oh, broke up nicely by the Komets.
Jeez.
Oh, boy. Davidson to Lucyk. Boyce has it tipped off his stick, goes all the way down, no icing. Icing. Icing Komets.
A great play by Igor Chibriev, Tim.
Oh, my, he went around behind that net, put a nice pass right out there in the crease. Didn't look like Willett was quite ready for it. Floyd to take the draw against Davidson. Backhanded around the boards by Lucyk. Kept in the zone by San Diego. Look out, Reddick makes the save, sticks it to the sideboards, and it's going to be put right back down to the San Diego line. Denny Lambert goes back. Whoa, nice hit put on by Boyce, and breaking out of the Gulls. Intercepted nicely by Davidson, fires it right back down. Boyce, Champeldade grabs it, puts it right back in behind Reddick. 7:35 left in the game. Dupuis with the puck. Up to Boyce. Here comes Ian Boyce. And cleverly onside. Komets. Boyce gets a shot off. Malarchuk drops it down. Leaves it for Larry Floyd.
See, Davidson's back.
Yeah. McDonald has it in his own zone. 7:15 left in the game. Wilkie feeds it in behind the San Diego goal. And here comes Arniel and Smale. Over to Smale. Got a man breaking right side, but the puck doesn't come out there. McSween, checked by Couturier. Squirts loose around behind the Fort Wayne net, and Savage after it. And down it goes, whistled down, 6:42 left, 2-2 to score 41-18 shots on goal in favor of the Komets.
They made a jump, and we've sort of slowed down a little bit.
As Leather Lungs puts a verbal lashing on the ref, or somebody.
That small stature of man there in the orange.
Face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone to the right of Pokey Reddick. 2-2 the score. And a tight one, folks.
I'd like to take a moment to thank all the people that remembered me when playoff tickets were available. All the phone calls. Sorry I couldn't help everybody.
Kind of like hitting the lotto, isn't it?
Yeah.
Randy, remember me?
Had a girl I took out one time. She called me 2 years ago.
Must have made a good impression.
Yeah, right.
Uh-oh, Shank with a shot. Reddick to save. A weird rebound. Whew. Around the boards, the Gray can't keep it in. And it goes into the Comet bench. 6:30 left in the game. And the Komets and Gulls tied at 2-2. 81:03. Very nervous fans. Face-off goes all the way back down to Pokey at the goal, and Lucyk has it fed up the ice and misses everybody. No icing. Willett. DeGray gives him a little shove. Down he goes. And hanging on is Malarchuk. Paul did a little extra jump there, didn't he?
I thought he did a little bit, but this time you got to do everything you can to draw that penalty.
.11 left, 2-2 the score. The face-off in the San Diego zone. Sylvain Couturier, Savage, Smith, Dupuis, and Wilkie on the ice for the Komets. Hodge take the draw for San Diego. Kicks back out to Dupuis. It gets by Guy. And did a good job of keeping his man down there in the zone.
Sure did.
Hey, here we go. Dave Smith has a bouncing puck, but we're going to have a call back. Offside pass. So the face-off will be inside the Fort Wayne zone. 6:01 left, 2-2 the score.
Well, I thought the puck hit Couturier on the boards there, but apparently not.
See, Sue Tilbury has made her return to the surface of the arena. All is well. She's still, what's she doing? Holding an ice bag on her head, looks like.
Yeah, watch the beach ball hit her in the head.
The next Heroes and Friends will be with a cap on her head to cover the bump. Shot in on goal. Malarchuk makes the save. Out to the Comet blue line, and Wilkie can't clear it out, but the Komets Dupuis has it. Here comes Dupuis into the zone. He'll run. Oh, it stays in. Almost cleared the line, but San Diego has it. Comes all the way back out to Floyd. We got 5:25 left in the game. And this is the point of the night where the next goal wins it. Here we go. Hankinson into the zone, dropped off to Davidson. Davidson will try a backhander around behind the net. Davidson back over to Boyce. Throws up against the boards and whistled down for a face-off somewhat quickly in the San Diego zone.
A bit premature, I'd say.
.5:05 left. Period 3, 2-2 the score. Face-off in the San Diego zone. Ready for the draw, Hankinson and Hodge. Hodge is their main face-off man. Davidson and Hodge. Big face-off here, and it goes to Boyce. Boyce with a puck. Over to the corner. Fed around behind the net to Graves there. Third back down to the Fort Wayne line, Richison. Look out, Grant. Whoa, close call there. Almost had a breakaway. Grant with a puck. Over to Davidson. Davidson into the zone. 4:35 left in the game. Arniel, a good hold job on him.
Well, he's not going to call much.
Nothing,
Tim,
no, he's not going to call anything
go.
here. Hankinson fighting along with Arniel for it. And it squirts loose along the boards. Willett backhands it over to Boyce behind the goal line. Boyce working hard. Hankinson to Lucyk. Lucyk fires it through the crease. Almost. Boyce with the puck. Hankinson. DeGray gets it for the Gulls. 4 minutes left in the game, and it's going to be thrown down for an icing. Hurry up. Making the touch. Wilkie icing San Diego, 3:54 left, 2-2 the score.
Boyce, Hankinson, Willett doing a good job keeping the puck in the zone.
As we look at the Fort Wayne bench.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Face off in the San Diego zone to the right of Clint Malarchuk. Paul Willett. And Mitch Lamoureux for the draw. Shank jumps into the circle. Taken by Lindy Ruff in his own zone. 3:45 left in the game. Lead pass intercepted by the Komets. Chibriev has it. Dumps it over to Willett. Herdsey in there. And San Diego squirts it back to McDonald. He fires it in on the defense. Fed back out to Hubie McDonough. Left for Anderson. Look out for Johnny. Right off the side of the post. And it comes up to Kelly Hurd. 3:20 left in the game. There
right down the middle.
Hurd right through the middle. Drops it off. Chibriev was in a little bit too deep for it. Around behind. Hey, we got Willett right there in the crease. It lays and it's fed back out. Shank has it. Geez, good chance there. Here we come. Chibriev getting back on Anderson. Whoa, what a save. Reddick cleared all the way back down. Big save by Pokey there. Overskating it was both players, and nobody gets it yet. Finally, they whistle an icing down against the Fort Wayne Komets with 2:55 left in the game. 2-2 the score. Oh, my.
I'm lost. I really am. I'm just so knotted up right now. 42-20 shots with 2:55, just under 3 minutes to go in the third period.
Face-off is in the Fort Wayne zone. Larry Floyd and Sylvain Couturier. Big face-off here. McSween with the puck. Whoa, he takes a shot from Smith. Down he goes.
Advancing. He touches it.
Savage has the puck. Down into the San Diego zone. Ferner out to Floyd. In on goal, Reddick. Save. Taken by Lucyk. A little weird bouncer there. And Dave Smith. Up along the boards, Lambert. Comes loose. McSween fires it in. Around behind the net. Wilkie gets back in position. And Wilkie takes his man. And Wilkie has it. Folks, if we happen to go to sudden death overtime, unlike regular season, we don't have a 2-minute break. We have a 15-minute break. They will resurface the ice and put 20 minutes on the clock. First goal wins.
Yep, them's the rules, Tim.
So you're going to be late for work tonight, Randy?
I'm a wreck right now. I've already made arrangements not to be there.
Good for you. Oh, boy. Here we go, folks. I'm dancing around up here. I tell you, this is too much for me. Lindy Ruff behind the Fort Wayne net. And Reddick will jump on it and hang on to it. The faceoff will be to Pokey's left. 2:01 left, 2-2 to score. It's almost hard to think of what to say here.
Well, it's playing down, right down to the nitty-gritty, right down where a playoff game should be. Not those 6-1, 7-1 routes.
Yeah, that's not playoff scores.
Hockey.
Third to the side by Davidson, and here goes Komets breaking out 3-on-2. Can they carry it on? Getting back in San Diego, Boyce. Oh, come on.
Jacob, there. Well, which side was it? This side or that side? Yeah, right. He's not sure. I made a mistake. Okay.
I'm not sure about that one, whether it was or not. Well, that was a 3-on-2 break. The San Diego player was coming back pretty strong to make it a 3-on-3, but yep, it was blown down anyhow. 2-2 the score, 1:49 left, face off at neutral ice. The San Diego side of the red line. And we'll do it all over again. Hodge and Davidson. The face-off goes to the Komets. Richison fires it in behind the San Diego goal. And it clears into the crowd, and another face-off will be in the San Diego zone to the circle of the left of Clint Pilarchuk. With 1:42 left. And just a little bit of fingernail left here. Better save that one for game 4.
Let me chew on that one, right?
Oh, boy. So we're going to have Willett taking the draw against Hodge. Wilkie will be back on the point. Chibriev and Hurd along with him. The draw goes into the corner. DeGray fires it around the board. Stepping in was Lucyk. Around behind the San Diego net. Hurd goes in and throws a check. It comes back down to the Fort Wayne blue line. Lucyk has it. Long lead pass to Chibriev. He tried to get it to Wilkie, couldn't get it done. Arniel has it.
Oh, I can't believe you let that one go. Whew.
And the Komets intercept Willett. Willett into the zone, into the left side in the corner. Comes on around, and we got 1 minute 5 seconds left in the game. Arniel with a puck for San Diego. Down into the Fort Wayne zone, 1 minute left. Look out on the other side of the net, and Hurd has the puck. Here comes Chibriev. Chibriev feeds it over, nobody there. Komets are making a line change. Fed back down into the Fort Wayne zone. Richison grabs it nicely. David Smith. Smith fires it into the zone. 42 seconds left in the game. And Shank for San Diego has the puck. Out it comes to McKechnie. McKechnie throws it in wide of the Fort Wayne net. 30 seconds left in the game. Or in the regulation time, I should say. Here comes Richison. To the line, onside he goes. Look for somebody to pass to. They'll have Gruhl along the near boards. Oh, nice shot by Dupuis. Almost found its way in.
Get a face-off. Get a face-off.
12 seconds left in the game. Regulation. And that is going to do it. We're going to go to sudden death overtime.
Oh.
And that's at the end of regulation. We're tied at 2-2. The teams will leave the ice. We have another 15 minutes on the clock, and the Zamboni will come out and resurface the ice. So we'll be back. Total shots on goal, 43-21 for the Komets through 3 periods of play. And we'll be back with sudden death overtime, folks, right here on Channel 10.
Can you?
Hey, all you folks that haven't got your Valium dispensers out, get them out now. We are in sudden death overtime, game 3 between the Komets and the Gulls. 2-2 the score. First goal wins. The crowd up on his feet trying to fire this Fort Wayne Komet team up. We've made our predictions up here in the Channel 10 press box, and we won't relate that to you unless we look good. Okay, the face-off will be at center ice. Teams have switched ends once again.
Well, Pastelli was questioning the break there where Jean-Marc Richard's been. He's there now, along with Kerry Lucyk on defense. You got that hot line out there, the guys that can really motor Tim. That could be... I just don't like the way San Diego has come back, and that just their type of play in that last half of the third period.
We're ready to go, Angus. We'll drop the puck. We're in sudden death overtime. Next goal wins. Komets will either be up 3-0, or they will have a 2-1 lead, and we're back in a series if that happens. Down into the Fort Wayne zone, Jean-Marc Richard feeds it around the boards. It goes all the way out. Komets break out. Boyce has it go off his skate back on the defense to Dupuis. Fought for at center ice, and Hankinson with the puck. Davidson down into the zone it goes. Malarchuk will play it. DeGray checked off by Boyce. Hustling back Smith. It's along the near boards. Tipped back to Savage at the point. He feeds it around to Jean-Marc and kept in by Savage. Savage goes into the slot, shoots, and wears it out underneath Malarchuk. He hangs on.
Oh. Well, John Anderson got a little hot, but he got pushed by Smith there. And I don't blame him, I guess. And Shank's trying to get something started with Savage.
This is not the time to do it. Sudden death overtime, folks. 19-14 left in the period. First goal wins.
Look at Shank just going at Savage down there.
Face-off is in the San Diego zone to the right of Clint Malarchuk. Face-off will be taken by Ken Hodge and Dave Smith. Sylvain Courtier, Grant Richison, Joel Savage, Bob Wilkie, along with Dave Smith. And we're ready for the puck to be dropped. McElman surveys the situation. Ready. And down it goes, the draw taken by the Komets, stepping in Wilkie. He shoots in, Lucyk, a game saver.
Big shot there by Bobby Wilkie.
Boy.
That aluminum shafted stick, as I was so quick to point out at the start of the game.
Lucyk up big with that one.
I guess you could say he could feel the puck on that one, Tim.
Yeah.
Good shot from the left side. And he is right-handed shot on the left side. Seems to be
The thing to do now.
the thing to do.
Dave Smith, Ken Hodge, all ready for another face-off. Get another shot like that on the net. See if Lucyk can match the last save. McElman ready to drop the puck. And now we'll stand everybody else, and out goes Smith, and in goes Couturier. Sylvain Couturier and Ken Hodge ready for the face-off. And he goes down, kicked into the corner. Turner around the boards it goes. Scott Arniel. Into the Fort Wayne zone it goes. Reddick has it, and he'll hang on to it. Face-off will be in the Fort Wayne zone to the left of Pokey Reddick. 2-2 the score, sudden death overtime. I believe this is our first, isn't it, Pat? First overtime sudden death playoff.
I wish it wasn't. I wish we were ahead in the dressing room and celebrating right now.
And I would be headed home. We're ready for another full day of work. Oh, boy. Dave Smith. And Larry Floyd. The draw taken by the Komets. Good. Wilkie behind the net. And all the way back down to the San Diego zone. The icing signal is on. Touched by Ruff, and we have it back in the Fort Wayne zone. And it happens so many times in sudden death overtime. A fluky goal will win it.
Yep. Let's hope the fluky goal comes on our side. And
well, San Diego's already had one, so we got to have ours yet.
well, I wasn't really that impressed with either one of their goals that they got, to tell you the truth.
Oh, well, they count. Larry Floyd and Hankinson. Hankinson with the puck, can't clear it out, kept in the Fort Wayne zone. Behind the net it goes, around the near boards. Champaldane to Hankinson. Hankinson with the puck. Up the ice to Kelly Hurd. He's got Gruhl. On sides, he's got Hurd. Whoa, save! Lucyk. Whoa, boy, the Komets had it there, and Lucyk came up big. That's twice Lucyk.
Great
saved it.
pass by Scotty Gruhl. I'll tell you what, you can see that baby coming, and gosh sakes.
Oh, Mike Franke over there in the press box.
Yeah.
Hands on his head going, whoa, we should have had that one.
There's Dave and Ed.
Ed Rose and Mike still holding his head on there. But he feels older than 33. Happy birthday, by the way, to Mike
There's
Franke.
Bruce Boudreau.
Yeah, I talked to him up in the press box before the game started.
Of course, Ted Rolfe and Don Detter doing the stats up there. I'm sure they're hating every minute of this, too.
Overtime for everybody tonight. Face off in the San Diego zone. Sudden death overtime. Willett and Ken Hodge. And jumping into the circle was Mayle. Draw goes to the Komets. Richard over to Dupuis. He shoots it in, and it goes to San Diego. Look out, could be problems here. Whoa, Reddick way out of the net. Makes the save and put it over to the boards. Oh, my. Out of the zone offside, San Diego with the Fort Wayne line.
I didn't think it was, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Too bad Guy Dupuis couldn't get a hold of that one out there. Jeez.
.18:01 left, sudden death overtime. 2-2 the score.
Stan Longenberger up by my old seats in section 30 with his wife Barb.
Ready for the draw, McDonough and Davidson. Hankinson gets it temporarily. Fired back into the Fort Wayne zone behind the net. Reddick will leave it there for Grant Richison. Richison fires it around the boards. DeGray keeps it in. Behind the Fort Wayne net. Davidson. Kept in the zone by San Diego. Shank will take the shot high up over the net. Fought for along the boards. Kept in the Fort Wayne zone.
Nobody in front.
Still in the Fort Wayne zone. Richison has his stick on the puck. Still in the Fort Wayne zone. Look out. Over to Boyce. And he's got Hankinson breaking. He feeds it just past Peter. All the way back in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. And Shank passes it out. Here comes San Diego. Into the Fort Wayne zone. McDonough checked by Wilkie. Shank right out front. Lucyk's there. Lucyk to Boyce. Boyce tips it down into the San Diego zone. And Ruff has it. About time for a line change here. Whoa! Lucyk knocked flying. And the puck is going to be whistled down. Whoa! And after the play, Shank goes over and decks Smith from behind. Nothing
Can't believe he
smart
doesn't
there,
call
Daniel.
that. Can't believe it.
.39 left in the sudden death overtime. Face off.
As I say again, though, Tim, Angus is not going to call anything. It's just
not unless it's blatantly obvious,
yeah,
like that last one.
That's what I was ready to say too, but that was. So I'm wrong again.
Face off taken, and it goes to the San Diego defense. Lindy Ruff. The Fort Wayne zone. Ruff feeds it around behind the Fort Wayne net. Richard around the boards. Bouncing up in the air, Couturier. Over to Savage. Savage tries to get it into the zone, can't get it done. Now we're going to have, what are we going to call here now? Offside pass. Offside pass against the Komets. McDonald, mean mouth and rough over there along the Comet bench.
Steve Fletcher down there in the runway. Oh, it's just, this is killing him, that's for sure. He said, I can't take this anymore. I can get out of here. Kurt Skinner in a white jacket, equipment manager. Kurt Skinner responsible for getting Grant Richison back into service over the last game when he broke a blade, which is rather unusual. You can go years and that never happening.
Face-off just inside the Fort Wayne blue line. Hodge and Willett. Richison has the draw for the Komets. Feeds it up to Gruhl. Tipped down into the San Diego zone. Back to get it, McSween. Malarchuk came up with two fantastic saves to save it so far for San Diego. The last one on Hurd was just an absolutely incredible save. Burner. Lead pass intercepted by Willett. Fires it right back in behind the goal line. Hurd behind the net. That's a rolling puck in the corner. To Gruhl. He tries it right out front. Nobody there. Keep it in there. Kevin McDonald keeps it in. Gruhl tries an impossible angle. In behind the net. Willett goes down. Tripped over the goal there. Kelly Hurd with the puck. And Arniel's going to ice it. Icing San Diego will take that with 15:22 left in sudden death.
Good job by Komets. About 2 or 3 times where you thought the puck was surely going to come over the blue line. They kept it in. That's a good sign. Get the people fired up here. got two very offensive-minded defensemen out there. Igor can handle the puck. Davidson, real digger. Of course, Hankinson.
Face off in the San Diego zone. Ken Hodge, he's the only guy that got to take face-offs against Davidson. Draw goes behind the goal line. DeGray feeds it around the boards. And San Diego brings it out. Hubie McDonough. Tony McKechnie taking into the boards in the Komets zone. Shank closes in on Richard. Back up to Lindy Ruff, back into the Fort Wayne zone. Wilkie with a puck. Wilkie up to Hankinson. Hankinson feeds it through, just missed Igor. And here we go into the Fort Wayne zone. Behind the net, over to the corner, Richison. Around the boards it comes, will be kept in by Cernich. And it gets by Cernich and goes all the way down to the San Diego zone. Icing, Komets.
Oh, boy.
Komets will come out with Boyce, Savage, Smith, Lucyk, Richison. Face off to the left with Pokey Reddick. 14:28 left, sudden death overtime. Ready for the draw. Smith tips it back to Lucyk. Lucyk off the boards to Savage. To Boyce. Tips off his stick down into the San Diego zone. Champeldane back. Takes a hit from Smith. McSween in there. Boyce goes in. Whistled down San Diego zone. 14:11 left. 2-2 the score.
One end to another. You see now we got Boyce out there with Savage and Smith. And Al's done a little shaking up out there. Was Hankinson, Davidson, and Boyce, so doing something to get going.
Ready for the face-off. Oh, Boyce almost had it on his stick. San Diego breaks out, center ice.
Good hit.
Takes a nice hit from Lucyk. Richison with a puck. There goes Grant, pulls up just outside the line. And Cernich for San Diego. Fires it back to neutral ice. And Boyce has the puck. Here comes Speedy Ian. Takes a shot. A bullet just wide of the net. Finds its way over the near side. Kept in. Boyce by himself. Shoots wide. Comes all the way back out to center ice. And Bob Wilkie.
Two-line pass.
And an offside pass against the Komets. Brings it right back down to the Fort Wayne zone.
Ian Boyce really had to rush it there. It's just too bad he couldn't have time to take off and get in front of the net.
Well, we've already gone longer than I thought we would, Randy, in sudden death. .32 left in the 20-minute sudden death overtime period. Game 3, IHL Turner Cup Finals. San Diego, Fort Wayne tied at 2. The draw goes to Ferner. Ferner fires it in. Around over to Jean-Marc. Bounces off the San Diego player and finds its way out to Ferner. Courtier at the blue line. He's got Gruhl. Scott couldn't get the break in. Comes Wilkie up to Gruhl. Gruhl shovels it into the zone. Behind the net, DeGray. Out it comes to Richard. Richard has a poke checked off his stick, but Wilkie has the puck. Komets can't get it into the zone. San Diego intercepted by Gruhl. Wheels it right back into the San Diego zone. Komets make the change. Turner with the puck.
Come on, boys, take the body.
Down to the Fort Wayne
Take the
zone.
body.
Dupuis finally ties him up. Willett feeds it around the boards. Kept in by McDonough. Shank with the puck. Look out in front. Igor. Nice pass to Hankinson. Hankinson back on the man. Shoots. Saved by the Malarchuk. And running hard into the net is Willett. And who's he got there? Willett, and we'll get his number here.
McSween, I believe, in it.
Good to see you, Randy.
23.
Number 23 is, what's he doing? He's gone to the box. Wrong box, buddy.
Cernich.
23, George Cernich goes in. And for the Komets, Willett will go in. Both 2 minutes roughing, I am sure.
Yep.
12:16 left. 2-2 the score. As we put the net back on the mooring. Well, AC here we got 12:16 left in this period. Face off in the San Diego zone to the right of Clint Malarchuk.
How about that pass, Tim? Igor.
Oh, he had a beautiful pass behind the back, blind, right on his stick. Sue still holding her head over there. Here we are, ready for the face-off. 4-on-4 hockey, Randy.
Yeah, your favorite.
I don't know if it is tonight, though. McSween.
What a
gets
hit.
Hit from Hankinson, and McDonough with the puck for San Diego. McSween back to Ruff. Ruff over to McDonough, mishandles the puck. Takes it back to his own zone. Over to Lindy Ruff. Up the ice. Here we go. Hodge, he's got a man open and offside at the Fort Wayne line.
Hodge can't believe he was offsides. Wasn't it last year when Hodge went to Boston? He just turned the team on fire up there, and then all of a sudden, I threw a cup of water on him, apparently. Find himself back down the IHL. Excellent hockey player. Good family of hockey players, that's for sure.
Yeah. Smith and Floyd for the face-off just outside the Fort Wayne blue line. Tipped back to the San Diego zone. DeGray, somewhat of a wild pass over to Arniel. Here comes the Gulls. A shot. Reddick, a good save. Big save, Pokey. Well, we're even now. Pokey has 2 game savers, and so does Malarchuk.
Yes.
Oh, boy. 11:37 left. Sudden death. 2-2, the score. Hope we got enough tape to finish this game. Well, coming up on 11 o'clock at night. 3.5 hours into this one. Richard gets the puck for the Fort Wayne Komets behind his own net. Makes a couple spin moves, tries to get rid of Larry Floyd, gets it up to David Smith. Along the boards, Hurd and Shank. Down in to Scott Arniel. DeGray to Ruff. Kept in by Richard. Hey, Smith's got it. Backhand try wide of the net. Fired along the boards. Arniel with the puck. Feeds it over to Ruff. To DeGray. Intercepting Smith. Fires it back in. Komets make a change on the play. Out comes Davidson, Boyce, Richison, and Wilkie. 32 seconds left in the coincidental minors to Willett and Cernich. Up to Boyce. Boyce quiet here.
Oh, I'll tell you. Oops.
Here comes San Diego. McSween in on the Fort Wayne defense. Grant Richison with the puck. Lead pass missed Davidson. Goes all the way down into the San Diego zone. Icing against Fort Wayne Komets. Icing. In 2 seconds, we'll be back to a 5-on-5 situation.
Ken Elliott was on our Fat Guys in Sports a couple weeks ago and talked about a little bit about that Minneapolis game that went into, what, 1:30 in the morning?
St. Paul.
Minneapolis. St. Paul?
St. Paul Saints.
St. Paul Saints, that's right. Well, I wasn't around then, so I don't
Sure
remember.
you were.
I wasn't following hockey then.
You were around, weren't you? I listened to it on the radio. I wasn't worth a darn in school the next day, I can tell you that. I was tired.
It's obvious. It would not have had an effect on my grades.
That was back in the 1959-60 season, folks. It got over about 1:30 in the morning, I believe, was when that game finally ended on a weird shot. Went way up in the air, rolled down Reno Zanier's back and into the goal.
Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want it to be a weak goal.
At center ice, San Diego McSween. It's intercepted. Boyce with the puck. He's checked off the puck. Goes into Malarchuk. Cernich feeds it around the boards. Both sides are 5-on-5. And all the way back down to the Fort Wayne zone. Reddick leaves it there for Grant. .9:40 left in sudden death overtime. Don't give it up. Let's go. Here comes Smith. Down in on Cernich. What a shot. Got by Hankinson. Almost found its way home. Wilkie with the puck for the Komets. He fires it back into the San Diego corner with 9:25 left in sudden death. DeGray lifts the high one up all the way down to the Fort Wayne zone. McDonald plays it off the boards to Hubie McDonough. In on Fort Wayne's net. Lucyk has the puck. Lucyk. Whoa, look out. Off the stick of Sylvain Courtier. Scott Gruhl has it. Down into the San Diego zone. DeGray behind his own net. Lucyk with it. Oh, to Scott Gruhl. He shoots. Score! Folks, what a finish. The Komets take a 3-0 lead in the best 4 out of 7. And folks, I do believe the Komets are going to take these guys out Friday night. What a gutsy performance by the Fort Wayne Komets.
And who better to score, Tim, is Scotty Gruhl. Just playing so disciplined tonight.
So let me tell you something right now. Before we started this sudden death overtime, Pat Stelty came down and said there will be 8:24 left in the game when the Komets win it. There's 8:42 left. Pat, what's wrong with you? You missed it by 18 seconds. Scott Gruhl, the winning goal in sudden death overtime.
the Komets with a 3-0 lead against the San Diego Gulls. And the Turner Cup, folks, I can smell it from here.
We got Larry Held from Channel 15 down there talking to
Bobby Wilkie. With 8:42 left in sudden death, Scott Gruhl wins the game. Poetic justice has been done. Folks, we'll be back with a post-game wrap-up. You're watching Comet Hockey on your channel, Channel 10. Jeez.
Here we are at the post-game wrap-up after a wild and woolly hockey game. Game 3 of the IHL Turner Cup Finals with the Komets and what was supposed to be the best team in hockey, folks, the San Diego Gulls. And the Komets win at 3-2 on Scott Gruhl's goal in sudden death overtime. Total shots on goal, 47-23 for the Komets. Malarchuk came up big twice early in sudden death to save it. Koki had 2 big saves. And Randy Markham, what can you say? The guys just kept on working and working and working.
Couldn't be much more fitting to have anybody else score the goal but Scotty Gruhl, unless it had been maybe Colin Chin, and sorry to say he can't be there, but I really didn't feel good going into the overtime. I had with a stomach this size, you can imagine the knot I had in it, and I did not feel good about it. I talked to a couple of people out there, and I felt that San Diego had a bit of an edge going into the overtime, and they just kept throwing the puck away a lot of different times, and the Komets kept putting the pressure on them, and Scotty Gruhl, I mean, what an effort that guy put forth tonight. Cross-checked a number of times, high stick, you know, in the face, just real dedication and stick-to-itiveness, not letting anybody get the best of him, and he prevailed, and that's the Scotty we need to play in this next game.
3 games to nothing. The Fort Wayne Komets lead the San Diego Gulls, and you're watching this game tonight here on Channel 10. Hopefully by the time this game you're done watching, we will have that Turner Cup being skated around the ice here. So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. What are you still doing up, you know? This is wild.
If they're smart, they probably put the tape machine on, but yeah. They're Wrigley Field having a great time. You know, I really thought with the 2 games, scoring 12 goals and San Diego only scoring 2, I really thought it was going to be easy. And then I thought, how could it be so hard? So it's San Diego's turning around, and they're not going to lie down in this next game. I mean, it's do or die.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, you thought you saw some crazy things going on out there tonight. Wait till Friday night.
Well, this is Friday night.
Well, you know.
Well, I'm sure, though, that San Diego's work's cut out for them. They are a capable team, and they are not incapable of coming back and making a series out of this. The Fort Wayne Komets, though, you got to believe after tonight's show, a team of destiny. They want this. They can smell it. It's here for their taking, and I think, quite frankly, they're going to get it 4 straight again.
I think you're right, too, Tim. Like you said about Scotty Gruhl taking all the abuse. Lee Davidson going off the ice, coming right back out. Paul Willett. These guys are here to play. This is for real. They're not going to deny them. And you're going to see San Diego come out Friday night, and I think they're going to be, Shank's going to be after everybody. They've got to do what they can to twist us up and to shake us, and it's not going to happen.
I agree. That's going to do it for tonight. On behalf of Pat Stelty, Ricky Spallone, Randy Markham, and Greg Yeager. Hey, you folks at home, before you go, we're high-fiving everybody down here. Put your hand up on the screen here, and just give me a little high five. There you go. 4-0 sweep coming up, folks. I smell it. This is Channel 10 and Comet Hockey. Good night, everybody.